for your Feel Good Breakfast show. How does this feel?
This feels amazing. This feels aligned. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much for having me. This is the most incredible moment, and I cannot wait to wake up with you guys, my Feel Good family.
And it's great. Can I tell you how many little events we're going to send you to? You're going to be all over South Africa, probably overseas. But the thing is, you were chosen for a reason. So when you have a new job, I always say there's no time for imposter syndrome.
Yeah, sure.
Take it on. The Feel Good family, we've already embraced you already. And the thing is, you're very easy to embrace. If you look at this face, you don't want to embrace the face every single morning. But Kyle Clark is here today. We'll actually get to know him a bit more just after the break in the next couple of minutes. But before we get there, we do have some talented ladies on the show as always. Zanele's up in Joburg and Carissa, we have to get dressed a bit later. So make sure you stick around. It's going to be amazing. Here's Carissa. And here's Zanele.
Hey, hello, good morning. Hi, Zanele, what's up, girl? The two of us are going to rep the women today.
Yes, we are, my baby love. Looking so gorgeous as always. How are you?
No, I'm so good, Zanele. I love the fact that we're all in our neutrals today. You definitely got the memo there, hey?
Yes. Oh, thank you, my beautiful. And babe, can I tell you, I am very jealous of you being with Kyle today. I must tell you, he's the love of my life, just like you are and Carl. And I'm so excited for him to be part of the family.
You and me both. I'm telling you, I love that your heart is expanding with love because, yes, we must make space for Kyle. And so many new great people along the way. But Zan, we're going to catch up with you in just a bit. In fact, keep your eyes here because I'm going to have to help you, or you're going to have to help me choose a look today. Okay, are you ready?
Yes. I'm super ready, my baby. Show us what you got.
Okay, so listen to this. It's going to be a really tough choice today, Mzansi. We've got two options when it comes to summer, because yes, it is knocking. So we want to know which one you're going to go for. Bring on the cottons, bring on, of course, the sun-resistant swimwear, but also bring on the good looks. So option one, we've got a coral number. Now, this one is definitely resort ready. It's also giving Hamptons on the weekend. I absolutely love the combination of a two-piece, because the thing is that you could throw a costume underneath this, but for today we've got a beautiful t-shirt that matches so lovely with our beautiful espadrilles. Now if you look at the detail on this, it's actually crocheted, which is so incredible and adds really lovely details to the natural beads on the pants as well as this little detail here on the t-shirt. So that is option one. Option two is giving a beach ready. Absolutely love the look of the blue matching with the ocean water. We've also got the white stitch detail over here. We're going to cinch it all in with a beautiful brown belt, which, wait for it, matches the beautiful wedges, which has a faux leather brown detail on it. So are we going option one or option two? I know I'm leaning a little bit more towards the blue number, but it's not up to me. It is up to you. So please, on this Tuesday, help me dress myself. Because yes, we've got jeans and a t-shirt, but we want to elevate the look just a little bit, okay? South Africa, what is it going to be? Let me know across our social media. And of course, use that hashtag styled by Woolies. What's it going to be?
Man, it's always such a difficult choice because there's always such good things on the table. But I am going to be decisive this morning, and I'm going to choose option one for the beautiful Carissa, our Expresso Barbie this morning. Right about now, though, my amazing Expresso family, I want to say siyanamkela to the biggest and best breakfast show in the land. And it is all in the name of making sure that you start off your day on the perfect note. And one thing that always makes us smile is getting to not just be with you here on the screen, but doing the things that need to be done on the social media streets. Let's get into it. It is our Good Morning Post. We want to ask you, and wait for it, we want to know, when was the last time you asked your friends and family how they really are? Where you interrogated it, you wanted to know how they're doing. And my friend, this maybe is your sign to possibly check on them right now. Maybe it's for you to pick up the phone and go, hey, how are you doing? And on top of that, maybe even leave a little bit of a message of encouragement for somebody else who might be reading the comments today. Make sure you let us know all over social media on our post, hashtag Expresso Show. And you can send us a voice note, a lovely one with that morning voice, 063-408-8863. When was the last time you checked in on your friends and family and really asked, how are you? Do the right thing and be about it, and let's have that conversation. For now, let's take care of business and head over to the news headlines with Carissa.
Thank you, Zanele. 5 minutes after 6. Let's head into your first bit of news. Now we start off nationally, where Health Minister Dr. Aaron Motsoaledi says efforts are underway to identify the chemical agents suspected of causing harm and death to children who consume snacks from foreign-owned spaza shops. The Department of Health has deployed 80 environmental health practitioners to investigate. Cases of food poisoning have been reported in Gauteng, Limpopo, and the Northern Cape. Now, the Health Department says the National Joint Operational and Intelligence Structure views the recent spate of foodborne illnesses as a potential threat to the security of the country and its citizens. Sticking to national news, several people were injured in Kata Ridge, Durban, as thunderstorms and heavy rain hit the area yesterday. Now, large parts of KwaZulu-Natal have been experiencing severe weather since Sunday. eThekwini Municipality spokesperson Gugu Sisalana reported that 3 residential structures were destroyed and others damaged by falling trees. While some people were treated in hospital, an exact number is unknown. In Clarewood, 50 structures were damaged. Meanwhile, Nelson Mandela Bay Metro activated a joint operations centre as the Weather Service upgraded its warning to level 6. Taking a look at your international newsmaking headlines, medical charity Doctors Without Borders, also known by its French acronym MSF, has suspended operations in Jaibo, northern Burkina Faso, as jihadist attacks escalate. Now, the city, near the borders of Niger and Mali, has faced increasing violence over the past 2 years. MSF reports worsening conditions and a lack of local authority support. In July, gunfire destroyed water supply stations provided by the charity, and last year, 2 MSF medics were killed by armed men. MSF officials have expressed concern over the growing danger in the region. Meanwhile, Moldova's proposed constitutional changes and commitment to joining the EU passed by a narrow margin of less than 1% in yesterday's referendum. This vote coincided with presidential elections, where incumbent pro-EU President Mais Sandu failed to win outright and will face a second round next month. Sandu claimed that pro-EU forces won a difficult fight amid accusations of vote buying by Moldova's enemies. EU spokesperson Peter Stanos said that the vote occurred, and I quote, under unprecedented interference and intimidation by Russia and its proxies, end quote, a claim the Kremlin denied, demanding evidence. Now, for your 6 o'clock news, we close off with this heartwarming story where rescue unfolded last Thursday when NSRI Simonstown responded to reports of a whale entangled in a catamaran's mooring ropes at False Bay Yacht Club. A local surf skier spotted the juvenile whale at first light, prompting an immediate call for help. Now, the NSRI crew, including trained SAWDN volunteers, arrived and found the distressed marine mammal trapped in the vessel's lines. Using a knife, the crew carefully cut through the ropes while the whale appeared to sense their intent to help. Once freed, the ocean giant swam away confidently into the deep blue, probably searching for its pod. The operation's success is a testament to the team's skill as well as their care in this delicate disentanglement. That's where we leave your 6 o'clock news. It's time to head into your world of sports. Here's Carl with the latest.
Thanks a lot, Carissa. Let's take a look at your sporting action. And I must just say, Rabada, what a play. I'll get to that in a second. But the Proteas, they took control on a thrilling first day of the opening test against Bangladesh in Mirpur, where 16 wickets tumbled. Bangladesh was bowled out for a mere 106, with the Proteas responding by reaching 140 for 6 at stumps. Kagiso Rabada and Vian Mulder dominated, sharing 6 wickets, with Rabada marking his 300th test wicket. Well done to him. Keshav Maharaj also played a key role, grabbing 3 wickets. On to football action, Liverpool captain Virgil van Dijk has confirmed that contract extension talks are underway, with his current deal set to expire at the end of the season. The 33-year-old Dutch defender, who joined Liverpool in 2018, has been instrumental in their success, helping the club secure the Premier League, Champions League and FA Cup titles. Manager Arne Slot, in his first season, emphasized that players like Van Dijk, Mohamed Salah, as well as Trent Alexander-Arnold must earn new deals based on their performance this season. On to golfing news. Tiger Woods is set to make his TGL debut on the 14th of January 2025 as the new tech-driven indoor golf league kicks off its inaugural season in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. Woods, who recently underwent back surgery, will compete as part of the Jupiter Links Golf Club, which he co-owns alongside Max Homa, Tom Kim and Kevin Kisner. Their first match will see them face off against Los Angeles Golf Club team featuring Colin Morikawa, Sahith Theegala, Tommy Fleetwood and Justin Rose. And wrapping up with tennis action, Belarusian Arina Sabalenka expressed her desire to maintain the world #1 spot longer this time after reclaiming it from Poland's Iga Świątek. Now, Sabalenka returned to the top thanks to year-end adjustments in the WTA rankings, having previously held the position for just 8 weeks in 2023. After winning the US and Australian Open titles, she lost only one match since mid-August. Her next potential competition is the WTA Finals in Saudi Arabia. That is from the 2nd to the 9th of November. Another sporting update for you in 1 hour. That's it for now, but let's take a look at your weather and what to wear today. Zanele has all your details.
It's true indeed. I have those details. And my lovely, let's check out what's happening today in terms of your weather. First and foremost, the MEC for Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs in KZN, Thulasizwe Buthelezi, is urging residents to stay vigilant as the province experiences severe thunderstorms and heavy disruptive rains. The South African Weather Service has issued a yellow level 4 warning, stating that the inclement weather conditions which began over the weekend will persist today. Additionally, the Weather Service has issued an orange level 6 warning for disruptive rain along the Eastern Cape Coast and adjacent interior, as well as a yellow level 2 warning for severe thunderstorms over Gauteng and parts of Limpopo, Mpumalanga and the Free State and Northwest. In contrast, extremely high fire danger conditions are expected over the David Kruiper local municipality in the Northern Cape, where it is going to be very, very dry, my friends. So please make sure that you do take caution. For now, it is always one of my favorite times of the morning. We get to see what you see when you wake up with that beautiful sunrise view. And Mark from George, darling, you're doing the things that need to be done, because this picture right here, absolutely stunning, where the sun is just peeking over the horizon and the clouds look like they were orchestrated to be put in exactly the spaces that you find them. Thank you so much, Mark. You've done your country duty beautifully this morning. And now it is up to you, Zanzi. You got to come through. We want to see what your sunrise view looks like, my love, on 063-408-8863. Right about now, let's jump into your temperatures and see what you got to be wearing, honey, to go along with it.
Can I tell you, you're going to get used to that, Kyle. You know the guitar with the weather, man?
Yeah.
It's so soothing that you forget that you're live. We almost forgot we were about to fall asleep, but don't yet, because we've got so many things coming your way in your Feel Good Breakfast Show today. And one of them is getting to know this incredible new field presenter for your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We welcome him with open arms, a super talent of note. And as I mentioned to you before, an entrepreneur, an actor, a TV presenter, a radio presenter,
Keep going.
a social
Mr.
media
South Africa, look at his
content
face.
creator.
Okay, everyone is here.
Seven
Relax,
Milan,
please.
tuxedo wearer. Show more pictures. Show more. There, politics. Politician.
No, I took that photo purposely, honestly.
Not a politician. He could be. I'd believe him. I'd vote for him.
Welcome to day one, my Feel Good family.
We love Kyle over on these parts, and the best part is that we're going to get to know him so much more and give you insight into his life. In case you've seen this face for the first time, oh my gosh, you're in for such a treat when it comes to Kyle joining your Feel Good fam. And then we still have more.
Yeah,
We do.
We do.
You have to stick around. We're going to speak up about mental health. I think
We
it's very,
are.
very important. As you know, with every single sphere of industry, whether you start a new job or
Right.
whether you are just going through it, you've got bills to pay. There's a lot of things in mental health stresses that you don't see. And I think it's important for us to take on the challenge and speak up about mental health. And we're going to do just that on your Feel Good Breakfast show. So make sure you stay there for more Expresso, more Carissa, more Kyle Clark, and
you.
more moments that'll take your breath away. Very dramatic, but he's happy.
It's my feel good breakfast show.
And just like that, you're back on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Good morning. If you just woke up, it's so good to have you right here on S3 on Expresso. And we're joined by the wonderful and the very beautiful Kyle Clark. He is an entrepreneur. And let me tell you more. He's also a TV host, a radio presenter, an actor, and now our Feel Good show field presenter. It's a mouthful, but don't worry, you've got this. He is more than meets the eye, let me tell you. And he's joining us today so we can all get to know him just a little bit better. And I think the only thing to do right now is to give him a Feel Good welcome.
I mean, this is what I actually came for. And also, the reupholstery on this couch is good, hey?
Nice,
like
eh?
the
This
feel?
feels like home. Yo.
It should feel like home to you because the thing is you're a part of this now. We're not letting you go.
Yeah.
You're
Please
locked
don't.
in.
Like proper.
Yeah, thank you.
Like you're here.
Are you going to kiss her?
proper.
Thank you.
Oh,
Now we're family for real.
that's connected now. But you know, you've taken on so many roles in the industry. It's a beautiful, vast industry that
Absolutely.
it really just accesses so many facets of ourselves. Did you always see yourself as young Kyle coming through into the game and saying, I'm going to do that? Was this always a dream?
You know, wildly enough, I was chatting to Carissa and
Yeah.
I said to her, this was plan A. This was
Really?
plan A from the jump. Yeah, it was. I can see little Kyle Clark, 14 years old. I'm standing backstage in Expresso.
Yes.
It feels like a hurricane right now. I'm
Yes.
like, this is day one. What a full circle moment. This was definitely plan A. It's taken a long time to get here,
Yeah.
but grateful, aligned and firmed. And oh my gosh, South Africa, thank you so much for having me. Jeez.
Oh my God, please stay. That's
Yeah,
all that we
we're happy
ask
to
of
have
you.
you.
We're so happy to have you. You say it takes a long time, but honestly, I believe everything happens as it should. When I came into this family, I said it took me 9 years to get to this point, which also to me felt like plan A, right? So you're exactly where you need to be, and we're so grateful to have you here. But we know that you're not only in front of the camera, you also do things behind the scenes. I mean, so you're an entrepreneur, and you do so many other things that tick so many boxes. So I know it's a hard question, but how do you balance everything?
I am going to give all the love to my mom. You know, if you get raised by a single mother, so shout out to single mothers out there. That's the balance. That really is the balance. I think the most important thing as an artist, what we're trying to do here is number one, be intentional. So it's taken 14 years to get you and to sit on this couch and to say, welcome, South Africa. But more importantly, I think the support system on my journey has been amazing. So I have a very good, close circle of great friends who hold me down and are sitting on WhatsApp video calls with me 2 hours on a daily basis. And that's really the balance.
But that's very special. That really is. Also, I mean, I did stalk you on social media.
You did?
And I saw this video of you getting so emotionally and proud about making your mom your mentor.
Yeah.
Your business mentor.
Yeah.
And I think that was so special for me to see. Just that's a testament to who you are. So, you know, we've got good people here. And you're doing so many different things. All of these avenues. why was that important to you to actually diversify? I mean, this is definitely plan A, and we know that. But for you to be actor, other broadcasting opportunities and platforms, plus entrepreneur, why was that key for you, and why is it key for more people to do?
For sure, as an artist, you know, first and foremost, we think to ourselves that this is normally the bread and butter, that once you make it here, this is exactly what's going to happen.
Right.
But that's not really the narrative of the entertainment industry. You know, walking out of matric, I thought to myself, as an artist, I want to make it. This was going to be the plan A, but the plan B out of all of this was what is going to keep me afloat so that this becomes a passion. You know, I wanted to do this with joy, with intent. I didn't want to do this with the sake of, am I going to make it at the end of the month? Or, you know, what job am I going to book? So I think I've like gone in different avenues so that I'm able to sort of accomplish that, you know, and it's been absolutely amazing. And now I can stand here and be like, I'm doing this because I love being here and I'm sitting on here and this is the couch where I'm supposed to be. So
It is the couch. In fact, this is your gift.
Thank
you can
you.
take this with you.
Right, let's go.
I look at your life, and honestly, I mean, if I ask Carl the same question, every day looks so different, which to me is a joy. Like, that is really exciting. It keeps me on my toes as well. What does a day in the life look like for Carl Clark, though?
It's been on for the past 11 weeks. I have 2 companies. One is a marketing agency that I've had for 9 years.
Wow.
I also opened an events company last year, which was incredible. I've worked in events for 6 years. So it's on 24/7. And being a business owner is straight out. You are every department. I am finance, I am marketing, I am this, I am that. So there really is not a break. It's about being 24/7 on, but also I think in the moments learning how to be present. And that's sort of how I've, you know, most people's Monday mornings are my Friday nights. That makes sense, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's very good. That's hard work, right?
That is.
It
I'm
is-
like
it
in
is really-
shock right now.
I know this. In fact, when I stalked you, I saw a video of you. I went through all the videos. It's important.
It is. It's research.
so
It's
glad.
You were
research.
talking about the sacrifice it is to actually carry all these platforms. And I just want to salute you on that because it is very difficult for the balance. And I think balance also finds its way into good causes. And I am certain that you are a person of good causes. And if you took this platform now, what other things are you involved in terms of the good cause space?
You know, primarily, I think I stand very hard for the LGBTQIA+ community. I think being a personality on an incredible show like this gives me that opportunity to speak up for kids like that. That's been really impactful.
Yes.
My platform really speaks to a lot of entrepreneurs. You know, I passed matric, I didn't have any tertiary education. A lot of the things that people see on social media, that is life experience. So
Yes.
if that is not a testament to I started auditioning when I was 18. I'm not revealing my age. I'm now sitting on this chair, but I mean, it's taken that many years to get in. A lot of people that have watched me can see that, you know? So that's sort of what the platform gives me, and it gives me that opportunity to inspire, and I think more importantly, just be impactful.
Oh, Kyle.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to ask you one question.
Yes.
I mean, I think we feel it and we have it, but what are you going to bring to the Feel Good family?
I think I'm gonna bring new energy and intention.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for this moment forever, South Africa, and more importantly, I get to work with this incredible team. I mean, we are here today, and everyone has been absolutely phenomenal from you guys. I'm here to be a student also, you know, I don't want to walk into the studio acting like I know anything, so I am here to absorb as much as I can and learn from the very best that I've been watching for years.
Oh, that's you, Carl.
And you, Carissa, I only knew.
Hey, man, 4 months is all I'm saying.
Yeah, fangirling since 2004.
Stop it.
It's quality, not quantity of time. Eh? So you can say 4 months, but it felt like forever, and I don't want it to stop. So, Carl, just once again, welcome to the fam. And I know they say field presenter, but I know for a fact that you will be on these shows.
Absolutely.
Johannesburg, Cape Town, wherever you are. We just want to see your face on the show often.
Thank you. From your lips to God's ears, Carl.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Oh,
Well
we
done.
love it, Kyle Clark. We're locked in, baby.
Yes.
We're
Yes.
keeping him around for good. I mean, I don't know about you, Zanele, but I'm very excited for our family to see it growing.
Ah, baby, 100%. You know how much I told you I love Carl Clark, an absolute consummate professional, but also just one of the most incredible people you'll meet. So welcome to the family, Carl, and Expresso family. You're going to love him. I know you already do, actually. But let me tell you about something else you're going to love. I'm talking about the 74 million rand in total Powerball and Powerball Plus estimated jackpots today, my friend. That could be your ticket to the big millions this Tuesday. It is big stuff, and I don't want you to miss out, right? So this is why you got to do the things that need to be done And literally, all you gotta do is play Powerball for an estimated 15 million rand and Powerball Plus for an estimated, get this, 59 million rand. And it is, of course, today. So buy your tickets either on the in-store, forgive me, as well as on nationallottery.co.za, or you can do the things that need to be done on the mobile app. There's also the option of doing it on cell phone banking, or simply dial *120 *7529# for USSD. It's so easy. It's so nice because you could be a new millionaire, but you can't be if you don't do the right thing, yeah? All of these details that I've given you are on our Expresso pages, so go and check it out. But Panda Push Up Play, my friend, and you could possibly be a part of that Powerball and Powerball Plus 74 million rand in estimated jackpots today. It is literally your chance to win big. So all of the best. I'm crossing fingers for you. Let's keep watching. Why? Because we've got a lot on the way. One thing I want to tell you is that, my friend, on the way, we're getting to know a little bit more about perimenopause and menopause. What is the difference? What is it all about? If you're somebody who's maybe in the dark, don't worry, we got that education on the way. And then we're also going to be having the very important conversation of speaking up when it comes to mental health challenges. We all know how difficult that can be, but we're learning how to do it together as an Expresso family in a bit. Do not go anywhere. We're going to take a short break and we'll be back after this.
To the brave hearts who persevere against all odds, we salute you. Along with Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave, we're inspiring hope across South Africa this Hopetober. Stand to win 1,500 Rand every weekday by answering the Hopetober competition question on Expresso's social media pages throughout the month of October, using #Hopetober and #Sponsors of Brave. T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso. It's S3, and it's an important moment that we need to start talking about mental health, not just as a facet of a certain month to observe it. It should happen every single day. As South Africa faces rising rates of depression, anxiety, and trauma, we're sitting down with some of the most incredible and supportive people that I know. Specialist wellness counselor and co-owner of Arise Mental Wellness, Christiane Irene, is here alongside registered counselor and resident Feel Good Breakfast Show extraordinaire and VIP Shanaz Moos is here to unpack what's really going on in our mental health landscape. Ladies, thank you very much. I'm so happy to see both of you. And I did mean it. You know, there are so many times where it's Mental Health Awareness Month. It's October, we know. However, this should be a conversation every single day. But Christiane, let's start with you. Now, we live in a very dynamic country. And I know this from going to visit another country. My brother now stays in Dubai. I go to Dubai and I go visit there, and they even have a minister of happiness, and on it goes, right? Then you return to South Africa. and you see a lot of things that are actual stresses that provide us with outside stimulus that we have no control over. I'm talking unemployment, socioeconomic struggles, pressures, etc. In 2024, what are some of the mental health, I'm going to call them trends, that you've been picking up on?
Well, actually, the scary thing is when we say South African youth, it is a very big bracket. It
Yes.
goes from our grade 8s facing their very first high school exams,
Yeah.
all the way to our young adults, our students who are entering the work field.
Yeah.
These are our ripe and ready South Africans. They are our next frontier. And yet we are seeing so much anxiety, depression, and stress directly related to the academic pressures that they are facing. Also, the high unemployment rate.
Yes.
Now, the challenge is they are ripe and ready to join the work field
Yeah.
and being faced with rejection, failure, adding to that depression, adding to that anxiety. Going into the trends, then it goes into social media.
That's another conversation. That's going to take a couple of more hours for that as well.
Escaping your stresses of your day-to-day, scrolling your phone adds to the anxiety, adds to that depression. It actually adds to the stress when we're seeing these comparisons. Social media is both bringing such a wonderful awareness to mental health, but it's also adding to so many of the challenges being faced, making us able to compare and
Yes.
see the hardships.
That
And
is
of course,
ironic.
all of this adds to the stigma and the challenge to access mental health services.
Yes, it does. But of course, we are solution-driven people. We love where we are as well. I do want to just touch on, Shanaz, is that in this country as well, I think without even knowing it, we have been dealing with the word trauma on a number of different levels. You think about, I'm saying something like load shedding. I know we make a joke about it. I'm just saying, I know we make a joke about load shedding. We always do that. We're like, load shedding and load shedding. But think about this for a second. It can and has been a trauma for some individuals. We look at society, we look at our political situation. There are so many things that have created these, I'm going to call them micro traumas in us that go not identified. So Shanaz, in this particular 2024, how impactful of those micro traumas and even the larger traumas in our early development lives, we're carrying that around. And it's something that I think we never really get a chance to take stock and focus on the you in the middle of the word trauma. So talk to me about the impact of that in this context.
There's a lot of people that don't even realize they are sitting with micro traumas.
Yes.
And I just was chatting as my makeup was being done about trauma and ADHD. I was listening to a podcast about that a lot of things are misdiagnosed.
Yes.
So we all have a version of trauma from our childhood to our current life. And a micro trauma is not having Wi-Fi, which is what I had for 21 days. I still have. So I'm currently
Are you still without?
Yes, I'm changing ISP. So
Okay.
when you think about what happens for the
Yes.
normal person, someone else may be, how can that be trauma? You don't know.
Yeah.
Or going to my grocery cupboard and there's no food. And I've got kids, that's trauma. So all of us have these stored micro traumas that we dismiss, but our body is telling us there's something wrong. Our sleep patterns, our eat patterns. We are actually living, walking trauma beings. And we don't have enough acknowledgement that that's actually trauma. You want permission. I know I'm going through something. I don't need someone's permission, but most people want to be told, this is trauma, you need support.
Yes.
So acknowledging it for yourself is such an important thing because different things build up. We only have a certain amount of capacity to cope.
Yeah.
So if we have micro trauma upon, eventually, there's a breaking point. And load shedding was a big trigger for me. It was hectically traumatic. I felt I was in a narcissistic relationship with Eskom. And I was having all these feelings and I realized this is bad. You make promises you can't keep, all of these things.
Exactly why I said it.
So I know, and
Yeah.
someone else may not understand that, but each person's, what triggers you and what, unsettles you, is unique to you.
Yes, and that's the thing about this trauma thing is
Yeah.
that it's something that is so not acknowledged because perhaps society tells us that we cannot afford to stop and identify the traumas. We just have to keep on moving on. Ons gaan maar aan. Don't worry, man, you'll be fine. Let's move on. that's unhealthy. And I think that's why it's important for us to continue this conversation. So ladies, stand by, because I still want to talk about identifying, let's just say trauma, or if there is any mental distress in somebody. I think it's important to touch on those key points so that if you're a parent, if you're a teacher, if you are an older sibling, that you can identify it with people around you, which is vitally important. So Shanaz and Christiane are not going anywhere. We have a part 2. And of course, 063-408-8863. If you'd like to answer or ask any questions, we'd love to answer them with this particular panel. And we want to show up for individuals who need to talk about mental health. Today is your day. And if you haven't yet, start today.
Well, it is the month of Hope-tober. It only seems fitting that we get into it. We celebrate hope not just for South Africa, but for all of our lives and for all those that we touch. And as we honor this month, let's take a moment to recognize and also appreciate the incredible work that our pharmacists do every single day. And today we pay tribute to another incredible pharmacy out in Magaliesburg, proudly brought to you by Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave.
Our pharmacies are on the front line of healthcare. This is Pharmacy of the Week.
Our pharmacy have a 35-year footprint in our town. And without our community, we wouldn't have been able to flourish. Our patients that come through the door, I usually check the prescriptions that's being dispensed in the dispensary. And I also supervise the sale of OTC medication and non-scheduled medication. When a person are able to practice self-care in their health, spiritually or mentally, they experience more joy. A person can contribute better to the community and look after their family. It's very easy to come into a pharmacy without an appointment and see a pharmacist. Then a pharmacist usually can diagnose basic symptoms and if needed, give medication. And the pharmacist can also refer a patient to a clinic or to a doctor. Brave to me means stepping up and meeting the challenges in our community and in community pharmacy. For me and our team, it means treating our patients with respect and compassion.
Pharmacy of the Week, proudly brought to you by Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave.
Carenza Parisi, proudly brought to you by Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave.
And in celebration of Hope-tober, you do stand the chance to win 1,500 Rand in cash. All you have to do is simply reply to the competition post on the Expresso social pages and tell us this message for hope for South Africa. What would yours be if you think about that? And don't forget to use that hashtag Hope-tober and also hashtag sponsors of Brave. We can't wait to see all of your answers. Now, the competition does close at midday today, and T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com.
Hope-tober is a month of hope. Brought to you by Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave. Inspiring communities, one pharmacy at a time.
So in your Feel Good Breakfast Show still ahead, you still have some time to vote for Carissa's look today. You've got 2 fantastic options. I don't want to tell you which one is my favorite at the moment, but honestly, I might be with Zanele. This number is looking fantastic. I don't want to influence your vote. But then also the blue kind of works. I mean, let's be honest, Carissa looks good in anything, but you get a chance to choose. And then we continue with our conversation around mental health. We're going to show up for mental health today on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're going to traverse a couple of topics in the next round with Shanaz and Christiane, because we need to talk about employers, how they can support mental wellness in the workplace, as well as people, friends, parents, identifying when there is an issue and how you can assist and be supportive. So make sure you stay right there. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
With 5 times greater plaque reduction than brushing and flossing alone. For a cleaner mouth and healthy gums, completes the clean with Listerine.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to Feel Good Breakfast Show. I missed you so much. I'm glad that you are here. Once again, we are continuing our conversation around South Africa's mental health crisis. And we have Christiane, Irene, as well as Shanaz Moas here, focusing on the role of technology crisis prevention in schools and practical coping mechanisms for daily stress. Now, to start off, Christiane, can we talk about how do you identify when there is an issue that requires intervention?
Oh, I would say there's very much four most common things that we can identify. This would be academic decline, especially when we talk about South African youth.
Yes.
This would be our behavior changes. We can also see it in almost changes in sleep, appetite behavior, sleeping much more, eating much more, sleeping much less, eating much less. And again, almost those out of character behaviors. Let's say it's emotional outbursts. Let's say it's sudden withdrawal. These four symptoms or common symptoms to see are almost indicative of the stresses, the anxieties that are underlying in a person and can be seen by a guardian, a parent, a teacher, and really brought to someone's attention and helped.
Thank you so much. I think it's key to notice these things, and it's also key to address them accordingly. Not everybody is ready, and that's why we do need certain coping mechanisms that you may see, Shanaz, within how people deal with, whether it be youth or individuals. Some of the coping mechanisms, I think, at play with regard to, let's just say, when there is a mental health issue. I want to track through some of those, especially when it comes to well-being. You know, how do you see those manifesting? And in terms of your experience, the coping mechanisms that I suppose you see that perhaps is not so good.
I think that, to me, the go-to is always teaching self-awareness, even to children, and I teach them how to breathe. And a simple explanation, a car can't go forwards and backwards, a car can't go left and right, so you cannot be angry and calm at the same time. You cannot be anxious and calm at the same time.
Yes.
So that simplistic convinces them it works. So breathing, meditation. I've been doing meditation with kids a lot.
Brilliant.
And they actually love it, surprisingly. So for me, emotional regulation skills, managing your emotions. So that is missing, like big time. And we can't identify when we are overwhelmed or struggling if we don't know how to identify the emotion in our bodies.
Yes.
It isn't the same for everybody. Your angry and my angry may not look the same. So that's an important skill set that's missing and supposed to come from parents, though.
Observe behaviors, right? That's how you set the tone in a household. And I mean, when it comes to coping mechanisms that are not effective, do you find that, let's just say particularly youth, but in fact even adults, they tend to lean into their phone or isolate themselves or not talk because it's too much of a hassle. I'm not going to let Shanaz know about what's going on. That also needs to be addressed just for a second, because I feel like that's the go-to for so many people when coping with mental health issues. They don't want to be perceived as weak. So what would you want to say to that for those people who choose that method?
So to understand that when you are overwhelmed, you want the escape, but also that there is a dopamine release, a feel-good hormone that your brain releases when you're on social media, when you're doing certain things. And turning to substances, a lot of youth do that because they want to numb the pain. So that also makes everything worse. It either activates mental health conditions or it worsens. If you have anxiety, it's going to be a lot worse. So for me, that knowing that there are bad ways we cope is one of the ways that, you know, you identify what my go-to is and then find an alternative and keep looking for one that works for you. First time round, it may not be the one that works for you.
And that's so important as well. I love the meditation idea. That is so vitally important. I believe that more pop culture needs to include meditation, especially for kids. When you watch the shows, I believe that characters there shouldn't act out as characters that are animated. I feel like they should meditate more to help the culture. Just a thought when you're making your next animation. Christiane, let's talk about the workplace very quickly. People are on their way to work at the moment. This is a stress on its own. You're not getting paid enough. You have to travel a far distance to get to work in order to feed the family. Most of your money is going to transport, so you hardly have any you don't have money off at the end of, you're paying all your bills. So let's talk about employers assisting in this mental health ecosystem to support an individual. What are some of those things that you believe more employers should be doing more often?
Honestly, and the simplest way is to cultivate a culture of mental health. Be it in your workplace discussions, be it in the meetings, Have mental health be part of the furniture. This is how we create an openness between our employees and the employer to have that conversation, difficult conversations around mental health.
Yes.
And with that, award or allow for certain needs to be met. Be it a bit more flexibility if necessary. Be it that we have HR or mental practitioner in the area on our calls, in our list of someone to help as a resource.
Yes.
Be it that our own management perhaps have looked out for those 4 signs and seen what they could do to help or guide that employee. Truly, by having those hard conversations, making it a culture, it becomes normalized.
Absolutely.
And it becomes the comfortable thing to do.
Comfort, big thing for us adults as well. A last message to anybody, if you are struggling right now and you're thinking that you're on your own, what do you want to tell them right now? Anybody. I know it's a big one, big platform for this, but it's important. I think they need to hear it from you.
I think the most important thing, Carl, is that you're actually not alone. And once you reach out,
Yes.
you're actually quite surprised. And even the most put together person that is portraying themselves a certain way on social media, when the camera goes off, they actually have the same fears, worries,
Yes.
and concerns that you have, but
Yes.
you don't know this. You think it's just you. So knowing that you're not alone adds such a weight of relief and release for you, because it gives you the comfort to do the next thing, which is begin your healing journey.
And love it. Healing journeys need to begin a bit more often. This is phenomenal. Christiane and Shanaz, thank you so much for joining us in the Feel Good Breakfast Show. We could chat for hours and long. It should continue. However, I want to give you some resources. One of them is the line that you need to know, which is a professional is waiting for your call if you need help. 0800 456 789. Do remember the number. It can actually be a lifesaver at times. And then, of course, sadag.org. That's another website you can go visit for resources and education around mental health. And please remember those words that often are used as cliche, but are powerfully true. You are not alone.
Oh, man, I absolutely love it when we're able to have these conversations, because it is really to remind you, Expresso family, that you are not alone at all. And thank you so much for being with us. Thank you for going on these different chats with us in terms of really just making sure we're all in the right space, particularly when it comes to the important parts of our minds. Right about now, I do want us to get into something that we asked you to do, and you did so beautifully, because it is all about those sunshine-inspired looks from Woolies. And we asked you to choose between 2 looks that the beautiful Carissa might wear this morning. It was either a cotton set that is oh so resort ready, and it is one that I think you absolutely loved, but then you also loved the blue maxi dress kaftan that looked absolutely stunning just on the beautiful Carissa. So let's take a look at your beautiful comments this morning. Starting off with Linda Tolo, who says, good morning, Expresso Show team. Definitely option 1. Ooh, Francis and Kivitz says, good morning, Expresso. Definitely option 1, because it's a lovely summer color and it will match perfect. Over to Esme Henry, who says, good morning. Definitely number 1, Carissa will look absolutely gorgeous. Nancy Govender said, option 1, a brightly colored cotton set with crochet espadrilles. Love the color. And finally, Lena Paulsa said, good morning all. Number 1, love the color on her rather. Looks so summery. Ha! It's a landslide. You've chosen Mzansi, and thank you so much for exuding sunshine with your fashionable feedback. We absolutely love it. And Carissa, my baby, bring us the heat, darling. What are you looking like this morning? Please do the big reveal.
I'm bringing it on, Zanele. You said resort ready. I said I am here, baby. Also finding in the Hamptons on the weekend, you know?
Darling, you look like you already own a resort at the Hamptons. You're not even just a visitor, it's yours. You know what I mean? You're welcoming us to it.
No, I love it. And I love all the details of the full outfit. I mean, it could actually look pretty casual, but I think with the 100% cotton feel, the coral color especially takes it to that next level. And then you have the details in the chest, you have the details in the shoe, which is crochet. Those 2 match together. I've added some accessories as well, so it definitely takes it to the next level.
Well, Carissa, I honestly feel like, babe, you are honestly making it look even better. It's already such a stunning set. But on you, our Expresso Barbie this morning, you look gorgeous, baby girl. Hashtag styled by Woolies. You're doing the things that need to be done. I love it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you, Mzansi, for choosing a stunning look for your girl to wear today. So I'll see you in this for the rest of the show.
Yes, and you gotta know that Mzansi, this is also all in the name of putting you on, because this beautiful look along with the blue maxi dress, it is available in store and online absolutely everywhere when we talk about Woolies. But it is all about those sun-inspired looks that allow you to shine no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, particularly this summer. And my friend, I do also tell you this much, that you need to 100% always make sure that you have the app handy, so that whenever those times come up where you need a beautiful outfit, you're sorted, all in the name of being hashtag styled by Woolies.
Now, coming up in your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we've got a fantastic recipe for you, a bit of tomato, spicy marinated feta. It's going to be amazing. You're going to love that. And then, of course, you can catch all the NBA action right here on SABC. SABC Sports is going to help you right now, so make sure you stay right there, because NBA is coming to you, and that's a slam dunk you need on your TV. Coming up shortly, we're going to chat all about that, so stay right there on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso here on S3. My name is Carl. Stay right there. More action to come.
Only you can make my day. It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back, baby, on your Feel Good Breakfast Show indeed. And honey, do you see I have a little bit of an outfit change? Yes, darling. We are celebrating the 2024-2025 basketball season, absolutely tipping off tonight in the biggest way possible, because it is the Boston Celtics, rather, that are going to be celebrating their championship rings up against the New York Knicks. And my friend, it is such a big thing that's happening. Why? Because yesterday was NBA Jersey Day, and fans have been going absolutely crazy. This is why I've got my jersey on. Thank you very much. But on top of all of that, there are so many different moves that are being made, particularly from the African side, but also with big players moving teams and things like that. But I'm not the one to tell you about it, my friend. I am not the expert. This is why we had to bring in an expert. I am talking about none other than Quinton Denason. He is a former basketball South African player, as well as someone who we trust, because he is a Basketball African League commentator, taking us through each and every one of those beautiful games we get to watch together as a country. So everyone, let's give him a feel-good welcome, please. It is Quinton Denason. Come on.
I need more intros like that more often.
Honey, I got you. Especially being our leadership when it comes to basketball in Africa. Quinton, how are you?
Fantastic this morning, you know what, and that's that vest is looking quite good. I didn't know that you're a LeBron James supporter.
I am indeed. Wherever he goes, I go. So maybe I'm not a huge basketball watcher, but I love LeBron. But this is the thing about basketball. It's growing in South Africa, which is why now I'm like, I have to look who are the teams, who are the people. And I need to ask you, because particularly with the Boston Celtics, you know, taking their rings tonight. Do you think they have what it takes to kind of defend their title this season?
Well, I mean, it's one of the narratives. Boston are now the most successful franchise in NBA history, so they pick up their 18th title, and they'll be looking to go number 19 now. Because of what happened in the Olympics, so you saw Jason Tatum, he sat two games under coach Steve Kerr, who coaches for the Golden State Warriors, and Jaylen Brown wasn't selected. A lot of people believe that they're going to be playing with a chip on their shoulder. So NBA, championship number 19 might be a reality for the Boston Celtics, and they definitely hold the favorites tag going into the season.
That's hectic. So, Quentin, are you saying I'm supporting the wrong team? Is LeBron leading me astray?
No, the thing about the NBA is that everything is just so nuanced and so balanced. There's so little to choose between the teams. A 5-game losing streak, and you can see yourself drop from second position to 6th position, and then all of a sudden your season changes. And so LeBron, interesting always, it's his 22nd season. You know, he's just scored over 40,000 points, and there's a reason that he's so revered. And can he even keep up the pace is the question, because, you know, he's 39 years old, he's turning 40, and it's going to be something to watch for all of us. I mean, he's been in the league so long that I can remember when I was still playing, watching him, and now when he's actually still playing, and I've moved on into a different career, and so many of his other peers have, it's actually remarkable that he's kept that longevity.
100%, and this is why he's one of the greatest of all time, and always will be. But that's why I also have to ask you, in terms of him, and now coming into the 22nd season, even playing with his son, do you think that they could take them to the top in terms of maybe, you know, securing another championship ring? Is that like too much of a dream at the moment?
I mean, there's a lot of narrative around it. You can't ignore it because of the history. It's the first time that a father-son duo is playing together in the NBA, and that speaks to his longevity. As for the Lakers, you have to be careful in terms of the way that they've constructed their team. They've got a first-year coach. JJ Redick has just come into the league. Well, he's not just coming to the league, he's coming to a head coaching position for the first time. And they will always be in and around the playoffs. As to how successful they are, I think it's going to be, it depends on player health, depends on how they synergize and how they play under new coach.
So I think it's going to be a very interesting season, especially because of all of these different players, you know what I mean? But I've heard about these players that are in Cape Town right now, who are apparently going to make a difference to the NBA season. Carl and Carissa, are you here to do a little bit of a reveal of your, you know, jerseys for the season, my friends? I heard you're going to be doing the things.
What did you say? What did you say?
What?
What was that? What was that?
What did you say?
Excuse me? Can you guys not hear me now that you have jerseys on?
What are you talking about?
What are you
saying? What you saying? What you saying? What you saying? What you saying? What you saying? What you saying?
Your ear, Carl. Or bounce it here.
What you saying? So he said, now I can't hear you. What? What?
I am so done with you guys. I'm not even... Zanzi, do you see your people? Do you see your people? Hi, Sana. You know what? I'm going to continue my conversation with Quentin over here, because we're real ballers. Me and Quentin, thank you very much. And Quentin, I have to ask you, because I feel like there are so many different big moves that have been made, right? For example, Klay Thompson to Dallas, Paul George to Philly. You know, which of these transfers that have been made do you think will make the biggest impact in the season?
Well, I'm a fan of what Chris Paul's move to the Spurs, right? Victor Wembanyama is one of the biggest names in basketball right now. Everybody's tracking him. Chris Paul is 39 years old, and his career is coming to an end, but a lot of people feel like this rejuvenation of his career with this standout unicorn player is going to be an interesting one. So Spurs only won 22 games last season. They've ended up 15th in their conference. And so if they can pick up a couple more wins and just bring a little bit more attention to what is one of the most successful programs in the NBA and in NBA history, that's something to keep an eye on for sure. And also, I like Russell Westbrook, so his move to Denver is going to be something that I will also personally be keeping an eye on.
Hectic. Well, my move to the Lakers is also going to be something you should keep an eye on. Thank you very much, Quentin. And thank you so much for this jersey.
Well, I mean, that's not me. That is the NBA. So, but I mean,
fine. Came with you this morning, so thank you. I feel like I am LeBron. Okay, I'm gonna be shooting the hoops. I got that right? Yes, I did. Thank you. Beautiful Expresso family. You know that we always love to put you on, which is why we are super looking forward to all of the different games that will be broadcast on SABC Sport. You got to make sure that you catch them. There will be a few here and there. And of course, you can make sure that you are in the know of that just by checking out SABC Plus. Right about now, while I go shoot some hoops with Quentin, the king, we're going to head over to the news headlines.
Oh, you handled that ball so well, Zanele. A minute after 7 o'clock, let's get into your news. As of course, I rep the Chicago Bulls. Starting out with your national news, Eskom has urged prepaid electricity customers to update their meters with the new vending codes before the 24th of November deadline. Around 6.9 million prepaid meters in Eskom supplied areas are affected by the token identifier update. Now, Eskom warned that after the deadline, meters will only accept electricity tokens if they are updated as per the Standard Transfer Specification Association. Spokesperson Daphne Mokoena said that failing to recode in time will prevent customers from loading tokens, leaving their meters inoperable. Sticking to your national news, Health Minister Dr. Aaron Motsoaledi says efforts are underway to identify the chemical agent suspected of causing harm and death to children who consume snacks from foreign-owned spaza shops. Now, the Department of Health has deployed 80 environmental health practitioners to investigate. Cases of food poisoning have been reported in Gauteng, Limpopo, and the Northern Cape. The Health Department says the National Joint Operational and Intelligence Structure views the recent spate of foodborne illnesses as a potential threat to the security of the country and its citizens. Taking a look further afield at your international news, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken will push for a ceasefire during his latest Middle East trip. Now, this will be his 11th visit since the Hamas attack on Israel on October 7th last year, which sparked the Gaza war. Blinken aims to kickstart negotiations to end the conflict and address spillover tensions in Lebanon, where Israel has intensified military action against the Hezbollah militia. He will meet with regional leaders to discuss ending the war, post-conflict plans for Gaza, and a diplomatic solution between Israel and Hezbollah. Meanwhile, medical charity Doctors Without Borders, known by its French acronym as MSF, has suspended operations in Djaibo, northern Burkina Faso, as jihadist attacks escalate. Now, the city near the borders of Niger and Mali has faced increasing violence over the past 2 years. MSF reports worsening conditions and a lack of local authority support. In July, gunfire destroyed water supply stations provided by the charity, and last year, 2 MSF medics were killed by armed men. MSF officials have expressed concern over the growing danger in the region. For your 7 o'clock news, this morning's feel-good story is especially for cat lovers. A Google user sparked laughter by asking, if cats could use Google, what would they search for? Cat enthusiasts worldwide chimed in with hilarious responses that perfectly captured our feline friends' quirky, independent spirit. Some standout queries include, why do humans bathe in water when they have a perfectly good tongue? As well as, I can see the bottom of my bowl. Will I die of starvation? And how to meow for maximum attention. Others pondered, what dead animal do humans like as a gift? And this one, which is my favorite, define pss, 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 pss. The consensus was that if cats could Google, they'd be trying to decide the baffling behaviors of their human companions, aka their loyal servants. From one cat lover to another, we definitely are bowing down to our cats, aren't we? Well, that's where we leave your 7 o'clock news. Let's head into your world of sports. Here's Carl with the latest.
And just to start sport, Carissa, you may be wondering why we're wearing our jerseys. Well, the NBA is officially on SABC Sport. In fact, in the first games this Saturday evening, make sure you catch the Phoenix Suns up against the LA Lakers. That's happening this weekend exclusively to SABC Sport. Exciting times. And of course, for the Proteas too, they took control on a thrilling first day of the opening test against Bangladesh in Mirpur, where 16 wickets tumbled. Bangladesh was bowled out for a mere 106, with the Proteas responding by reaching 140 for 6 at stumps. Kagiso Rabada and Vian Mulder dominated, sharing 6 wickets, with Rabada marking his 300th test wicket. Keshav Maharaj also played a role, grabbing 3 wickets. Now on to football. Liverpool captain Virgil van Dijk has confirmed that contract extension time, it's underway. With his current deal set to expire at the end of the season, the 33-year-old Dutch defender, who joined Liverpool back in 2018, has been instrumental in their success, helping the club secure the Premier League title, Champions League, as well as FA Cup. Manager Arne Slot, in his first season, emphasized that players like Virgil van Dijk, Mohamed Salah and Trent Alexander-Arnold must earn their new deals based on their performance this season. On to golfing action. Tiger Woods, he's back. He's set to make his TGL debut on the 14th of January 2025 as the new tech-driven indoor golf league kicks off its inaugural season in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. Woods, who recently underwent back surgery, will compete as part of Jupiter Links Golf Club, which he co-owns alongside Max Homa, Tom Kim and Kevin Kistner. Their first match will see them face the Los Angeles Golf Club team featuring Colin Morikawa, Sahith Theegala, as well as Tommy Fleetwood and Justin Rose. What a lineup. And then on to tennis. Belarusian Arina Sabalenka expressed her desire to maintain the world #1 spot longer this time after reclaiming it from Poland's Iga Świątek. Sabalenka returned to the top thanks to a year-end adjustment in the WTA rankings, having previously held the position for just 8 weeks in 2023. After winning the US and Australian Open titles, she lost only one match since mid-August. Her next potential competition is the WTA Finals in Saudi Arabia. That is from the 2nd to the 9th of November. That's it for your sporting action for now. Let's take a look at your weather. Here's Anele.
Thank you so much to Carl, our top scorer in the Expresso Basketball League. We appreciate you. Let's get into your weather this morning, beautiful Expresso family. Starting off with the MEC for Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs in KZN, Thulasizwe Buthelezi, urging residents to stay vigilant as the province experiences severe thunderstorms and heavy disruptive rains. The South African Weather Service has issued a yellow level 4 warning, stating that the inclement weather conditions, which began over the weekend, will persist today. Additionally, the Weather Service has issued an orange level 6 warning for disruptive rain along the Eastern Cape Coast and adjacent interior, as well as a yellow level 2 warning for severe thunderstorms over Gauteng and parts of Limpopo, Mpumalanga, the Free State and the Northwest. In contrast, extremely high fire danger conditions are expected over the David, Kruipe and local municipality in the Northern Cape, where it is in fact, my friend, very, very dry. Please make sure that you do take caution. But for now, you know how much we love it when you come through with that sunrise view. Thank you so much, amazing Expresso family. And Farid from Thailand, darling, you're doing the Lord's work. Look at us traveling with our sunrise view, huh? And Farid, what I love most is the fact that we're able to see the trees, the beach. We can see that you're at a lovely resort ready to hashtag be styled by Woolies. Ha, Sana. Thank you. We appreciate you. And Farid, what I also love is the fact that you have not stopped the fact that you are around the world from you tuning into your Feel Good Breakfast show. So I'm thinking it's either YouTube or SABC+. Either way, you're doing the right thing, and we are absolutely obsessed. Please be like Farid, Expresso family, and show us what it is that your morning looks like. Send it through on 063-408-8863, and let's see that sunrise view. Right about now, let's check out your temperature so that you know how to dress.
Welcome back to coverage of your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We've got Carissa, as you can see, Chicago Bulls' top player today. And she's going to tell you all about what's coming up in your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Let's go for a slam dunk. Here's Carissa.
That's right, Carl. Let's get into today's news. Well, we went from American to New Zealand.
I tell you, mate, you went straight down under. You went from America, mate. You went right there.
I went to New Zealand. Well, let me tell you, on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we've got so much coming your way. We're taking it back to South Africa. We need to talk about perimenopause. It's very important, as well as menopause. Yes, from the laughs to something very serious.
Yep.
But it's something that women deal with as soon as they go along the line of aging. And we need to delve into it. In case you're experiencing it right now, we're going to sort you out.
And also coming up on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we go right back to the action. Of course, NBA now on SABC Sport with selected games, as you know. But remember, we also got asthma and allergies. And is there a connection? We're going to find out soon enough, so make sure you stay right there, right here in S3. If you go anywhere else, you're going to miss all the action right here on Expresso.
There are stories of strivers, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. ABSA.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Today, we're diving into the crucial topic of perimenopause as well as menopause with Dr. Simon Silva, founder of the Hormonal Health Wellness Center, as well as Laura Johnston, CEO of Phytoceutics. Now, they're going to be sharing their insights on understanding these transitional phases and exploring how Phytoceutics can support women through this journey. Ladies, thank you for being here. It's good to see you. We need to get into this conversation because there's a new phrase that I need to know about all around perimenopause. And then, of course, menopause, the phrase we've heard. What is this?
So perimenopause is such a huge time in a woman's life, and we've got to start talking about this because it's the time before the menopause, but not a year or 2 or 3. It can actually start 10 to 15 years before we hit menopause, which means that women can be in this transitionary stage for a really long time, and it really, really is a state of flux. So during this time, our hormones are going a little bit crazy, and they're up and down, and this can really change and frame so much for us as women in our lives. So when we start raging and tearing, we might think that there's something up with our relationship or with our career, and meanwhile, our hormones are actually just going berserk, and we really need to understand what's happening.
So what's the distinction then between perimenopause and menopause? Does something happen and then we change over?
Yeah, so perimenopause is like the period leading up to the menopause. When we become menopausal, what's happening is the ovaries stop working, and then we can no longer make our 2 main female hormones, estrogen and progesterone. But before the ovaries just shut off, it's kind of like a car getting to the end of its life. It stops and starts and stutters a little bit as the engine is giving in until one day it stops.
So what are some of the symptoms that we can look out for when it comes to either one of those perimenopause or menopause to alert us that changes are actually happening?
So the first thing that we can look to are the obvious signs around our menstrual cycles. So when we're perimenopausal, we may have heavier cycles initially, and then as we get closer to our menopausal years, we may actually start skipping cycles, or they may get lighter. PMS symptoms can often get worse: breast tenderness, bloating, swelling. But what fascinates me is sometimes our cycles don't give us clues, and we actually develop symptoms outside the reproductive tract that are all linked to hormones, because actually estrogen and progesterone, even though they're our main female hormones, have effects in every single tissue in the body.
Okay.
So sometimes poor sleep is a symptom, sometimes hair loss is a symptom, sometimes an achy joint is a symptom. We can actually have up to 400 symptoms of hormonal imbalance. So it's really just to look out for your own body and chemistry.
Wow.
But when we actually hit menopause, then we start to see periods disappear altogether. And then the really well spoken about common symptoms like hot flushes, night sweats, and changes in mood beginning to appear.
I'm thinking now, how do I actually manage this, right? You get to the age 40s going on to 50s. You're hoping that there's a solution. Laura, maybe you can speak to some of the management of these imbalance in hormones.
Yeah, so when it comes to hormonal health, I think it's really important to speak to a practitioner in order to address that. But when it comes to the symptoms, natural supplements can be really beneficial. So Simone mentioned mood, and you know, things like saffron, there's a product called Felix that can help with that. And saffron really is beneficial in managing dopamine, so these feel-good hormones. And then also, funnily enough, new studies have come out that Felix is really good at satiety. So, you know, with these fluctuating hormones, you can also have strange cravings and, you know, differences in appetite. And then, you know, also changes in mood and sleep. You can look at adaptogens like ashwagandha that help decrease stress and help assist with sleep. Probiotics to manage that gut-brain axis, which also assist with mood, is incredibly important.
Okay, and then supplements maybe alongside things like stress management, diet perhaps. Do these all have an impact? Do they play a role?
Absolutely. I think stress management is so critical because if the body is in a stressed state or an inflamed state, it's in danger zone. So it's not going to be in let's make lots of female hormones and let's get sexy zone. So actually female hormone production suffers when we're in stress. It affects fertility. It affects how severe a perimenopause we're going to have. So really, really managing stress with lifestyle tools and supplements like ashwagandha can be really, really beneficial. Absolutely. And diet-wise, Laura, you could speak to that.
Yeah, I think with diet, especially as you get older, sarcopenia or the wasting of muscles is quite a big thing. So, you know, maintaining a higher protein diet is important as you age. And then fiber is incredibly important for your gut health and just balancing your meals. I'm not a huge fan of fasting, particularly when it comes to balanced hormones. There's not a one-size-fits-all, so it might benefit some people. But I think just having balanced meals throughout the day with protein, a lot of fiber and veggies, and then healthy fats is incredibly important.
Yeah, that's a good reminder as well to many of us, because, you know, the diet sometimes goes out the window when we're time poor and we're so stressed. But yes, it's important to take care of these bodies. It's the only thing we have.
It's the only thing we have, absolutely. And if we look after that first, so many other things become easier. We have more energy, or we sleep better, or we feel better when our hormones are balanced. So it's a really important thing.
Yeah, and I think it's a wild ride, you know, and it's a long ride. So perimenopause starts pretty much in your 40s, and it can last for 10 years before you hit menopause. So it's a very big transitionary period where you have to be in tune with your body and really, I think, appreciate that there are diet and lifestyle changes you can take that can assist you in this journey.
Absolutely.
Thank you, ladies. That was so informative. I mean, if you are a younger woman or somebody that's currently experiencing this, I think we can all take a note out of these books. And also with the help of Phytoceutics, we can definitely be okay at the end of the day. And Mzansi, listen to this. You stand a chance to win a 1,000 Rand Phytoceutics voucher this morning. Now, to enter, all you have to do is take the Phytoceutics health quiz on phytoceutics.com/Expresso. And of course, T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com.
Optimize your gut health with Phytoceutics range of pre, pro, and postbiotics. Use code EXPRESSO for 15% off at phytoceutics.com.
Lovely. Thank you, Chris and guests. Appreciate that. Now, coming up on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we've got this incredible spicy tomato marinated feta recipe that you're going to need in your life. And then it's that type of season. I'm sure that you've seen so many people rubbing their noses. It's the allergy season, but there is a connection between allergies and asthma. We're going to explore that with Dr. Chanel in the next couple of minutes. So stay with us, your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And sometimes this season you don't feel too well. I know it's allergies and maybe the connection with asthma. Today we need to delve into that important topic. There's a connection, and that's why we brought the expert. We got Dr. Chanel here, who knows all things, yes, that doctors know and more, and packages it in the best possible way. I mean, look at the top she's wearing. You know that it's going to be a fantastic opportunity to discuss. But Dr. Chanel, welcome. It's great to see you.
Thank you so much.
Let's start with allergies. I think these are very misunderstood. So let's just talk about it. Because when you think allergies, you think I've got an allergic reaction to dust. I chew. I can't drink milk. I get those red spots. So allergies, just a vague understanding of what they are.
Let's just touch on the immune system first. So all of us in our immune systems, we produce protective proteins called antibodies.
Yes.
So when our bodies are exposed to allergens, which are things that affect our immune system, it actually has an immune system reaction to it. So, and then it shows itself in inflammation, where it can be on the skin. So if something bites you, it can be red and itchy and irritated. It can be in the airways, it can be in the sinuses, and even in the digestive system. Okay, so it's anything that your immune system reacts to. That's so an allergy. When I ask patients what are your allergies, they think I'm talking about dust and things, but I'm usually talking about medicine, like penicillins.
Okay.
But for today, we're focusing on allergies around us in our environment.
Interestingly, allergies and asthma, there's a connection there that we need to discuss. So what is that particular connection? How do they come together, so to speak?
So asthma, on the other hand, is a chronic inflammatory disorder. So it's something that happens in somebody's body for a long time, and it's characterized by a hypersensitivity reaction. So it's hypersensitive to anything that it's affected by. So you get allergy-induced asthma or non-allergy-induced asthma, and it is just when that immune system reacts to the allergies or the environmental factors around it.
Intriguing. So there is actually a certain connection that's lying there. Very interesting. But I think that let's chat a bit more about allergies themselves, because obviously we have to manage these things. We also have to identify them, because now, I mean, how do you know? I mean, sometimes you just have a bad day, or the pollen count is very, very big. So how do we get into that scenario where we can properly identify when there's an allergic response and when it becomes a bit of an issue? Can you help us out with that, identifying it?
So allergies is, like I said, it can be dust, it can be pollen, it can be a bee sting. Some people get a bee sting, but they don't react as badly. It can be pet dander, so from cats and dogs.
I know this one, because you know what? I love cats, but I'm allergic to cats. That's why I got dogs, but honestly, I'd probably have cats as well. But I get it. The dander's
so that's like the hairs, for people who don't know. And then you have that allergic reaction to it. So it's just a response in your body. And when you have that response, your immune system releases histamine. And that's what causes that inflammatory response. So if you notice those triggers, it would be good to speak to your doctors about it. But also avoid it. You can actually just, rule out things when you're around cats, like you now know. You love it, but you can't be around it.
You know what I do? I shove my nose straight into a cat if I see one. I love animals.
And you deal with it.
And I'm like, I'll deal with it later. Histamines take me now, but at least I've got this cat that it's one of those things. I love animals. But let's talk about effective ways. Avoidance, one of them. But are there any other ways that we can manage allergies and even asthma as a response to it?
So like you said, identifying them, so the triggers, so you can know. Don't walk outside for too long in the open nature if you are sensitive to it, or then just do it and, deal with it. So there are different ways that you can deal with it. So there's antihistamines. So I said histamines are released, so you take antihistamines to fight those histamines. There are decongestants that you can take, because you can get congested. There are corticosteroids that you can take for that inflammatory response. That's not in terms of allergies. But then when you're looking at asthma, it's a little bit different. Because you need short-term relief and you need long-term relief. With the short-term relief, there are short-acting beta agonist pumps. So you must have seen those blue pumps and brown pumps that patients walk around with. and they can be long-acting or short-acting. Some of them are preventers, some of them are relievers, and then oral corticosteroids, and there are lots of oral medications that you can take for asthma as well. But I would say to speak to your doctor so that we can actually assist with identifying, and we can do allergy testing these days. We can do blood tests, we can do lung function tests for asthma, so we can actually help test and manage your symptoms.
This is exciting. And I also think that there are ways to effectively, I'm going to say, try and help the situation. Now, we mentioned avoidance, we mentioned all of the medication we can take as well, but are there any hacks that we can think about if just in the home? I know that growing up, I've always had allergies in terms of, it was dust allergies.
Yeah.
And I know that my parents straight up, they said, you know what, we're getting rid of this carpet. Like immediately it was like the carpet, and then the material of my bedding was changed as well, because it got quite hectic at a stage that I think it led into croup as it went on, which is it was intense. So are there any of those like quick nuggets that you can offer people who are preparing their homes to be allergy-free, so to speak?
Obviously, the cleaning, like you said, with the, taking out the carpets.
Yes.
Because, I mean, some people are just a bit more sensitive to it. So if there's carpets, there will be dust easily. Even with wooden floors, sometimes you see more dust sometimes. So obviously, just cleaning, keeping it clean. Having the medication ready. Some people can be on medication just prophylactically. Even if there aren't any symptoms, you can be on it to actually prevent it. So, yeah, I would say just to avoid the triggers. And like the dust, obviously pollen in the air, you can't really avoid all of that.
Yes.
But just to, maybe try and keep the house a bit
fantastic.
clean.
Quick one, when do we see a doctor? When do we see you? What type of response do we have that will initiate we need to get to a doctor?
So if there is an allergic reaction to something, which the most serious one that we worry about is when it actually affects the airways.
Yes.
Okay, you would not come to me in my GP practice. You would go to the hospital.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, because you'll need adrenaline and you'll need oxygen.
Yeah.
So go straight to the hospital. If there's any airway obstruction and you actually can't breathe.
Okay, cool.
Just yesterday I had a patient who had don't know if it was a spider bite or a bee sting. And there was actually just some redness. And she came to me because she now wasn't sure. She was like, there's redness, it's not painful, but it's itchy and it's it's like an irritant. So then you would come to your doctor. So if you see any itchiness, any redness, any swelling, that is important because you actually don't know if there's going to be the ripple effect that your airways actually become obstructed.
Thank you so much, Dr. Chanel. You are so informative. Honestly, I want you to stay. But of course, we can't keep you forever, but we can have these little moments with you to educate. So if you are suffering from allergies and if those connect to asthma, there are ways for you and great education on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And here are your connections. Now, if you suspect you have either condition, allergies or asthma, be sure to consult a healthcare professional like a Dr. Chanel. And you also stand a chance to win 2,000 Rand in cash. Simply reply to the competition post on the Expresso social media pages and tell us what's the most challenging aspect of managing allergies. And don't forget the important hashtag CETICIT. That's CETICIT. Competition closes on Friday, 25 October, and T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com.
From talking about allergies all the way back into the kitchen, let me tell you that we're making something so easy and so absolutely delicious. It's speaking about summer, and when you think about summer, you think about salads, right? And today we're going to get into something that is as easy as 1, 2, 3. It's the spicy marinated tomatoes, but we're going to add in some feta as well as a delicious side dish that can be served with so many things. I mean, if you think about salads, sandwiches, or even a nice grilled meat, yes, when it comes to braais, this is the perfect side for you. And it just looks like I need some help in here. I know I got tomatoes and a couple of herbs, but maybe the mixing, I need some man strength to be able to do that. So if Carl is in the building, I don't know, maybe he could come and assist me because this is just too heavy for me.
What do you mean man strength?
Man strength.
Do you know how strong you are as a woman, Carissa? Can I tell you? Trust me, there's a different type of krach there that comes deep from within the soul that you can handle.
One.
But I think what you wanted to do is include me in your recipe, and I appreciate that sentiment because I was feeling a bit left out earlier, especially with regard to food. So what do you need me to do?
Sneezing in the corner. This will definitely help you out.
Ooh, this is fit. I love what you have here.
Marinated tomatoes. Have you ever?
I actually, it's such an underrated thing I have. And the thing is, if you know tomato and feta, they just seem better together. Yes.
I like this. Okay, so you're gonna take these. So basically, these have been previously salted so that it can draw out excess liquid, and then that got poured out. So that's already kind of seasoned.
Done.
But then I'm gonna show you how to make a marinade because I'm so great in the kitchen.
Yes, of course.
I gotta just
Show
do
me
it
how
for
to
you.
make a marinade.
Thank you.
I was missing this part
You
of my
were
life.
missing this part.
I was. So
I'm about to enrich it.
I'm just assuming that you're probably pouring in some olive oil. It looks like you may have poured in some either just, it could be balsamic or you could do the soy sauce, but I'm sure, I mean, you're probably going to drop in some chili now. I'm just guessing these things
It's
as
a guess.
I go along.
You're doing good
That's
so
fine.
far.
I'm just guessing the, I mean,
Look
that
at this
looks like
thing.
it could be, wait for it, salt.
Oh,
I'm just, is it? I don't know.
Taste it and you'll find
I
out.
don't know.
Okay, how about this
I mean,
one?
that could be pepper, right?
This is
For
a
all I
tricky
know,
one.
that could be oregano. I don't know. Could
Have a
be.
smell.
Yeah, oregano.
It's mixed herbs. Almost there.
The oregano was there.
How about this?
That's it. That looks like my friend Rosemary.
Oh, Rosemary.
Rosemary. Hi, Rosemary. Nice to see you.
Okay, so we strip her.
That's it.
I mean, don't do that.
It's what?
but-
Sorry, what?
No, not
I
Rosemary.
I feel like we went off recipe now. That was very different. Sure.
You
but
don't. Oh, no.
Then again,
okay.
I've always known you to be a maverick in the kitchen.
Oh, look
So,
at that.
okay.
Okay, we
right.
can leave it at that.
Are you gonna add
So
garlic?
then, garlic.
Yay!
How about we? Sorry, I'm getting nervous. He made me nervous. Carl made me nervous. It's rosemary. Okay, no. Let's get in there. Okay. We're gonna put some garlic in.
This is going well.
It is going well. How are your
Yes.
tomatoes doing? Do
You know
speak
what?
to them?
I'm actually looking at them and they're looking back at me. But what I do know is that when you add that salt to the tomatoes and you said you draw out the moisture, they also actually get firmer. So there's better
Yes.
mouthfeel when you're taking a bite of your salad. And that's why I love them. I know you also gave me extra salted. Do you want me to resalt the salted
I
tomatoes?
don't think so. I think we're good. That was just for show.
Are you sure?
You can if you want. I mean, this is now your
I mean,
recipe,
just
so-
for fun. No, this is yours. I was here. I was invited as a guest.
You were. You better know your position.
I know exactly where my role. I know where my bread is buttered. Not that there's bread in this recipe, but I know where it's buttered.
Although a nice crusty chia butter,
Oh yes, please.
that would be the perfect side.
Yes.
Okay. Ooh.
That
That's
is
good.
amazing.
Oh, Salt Bay. Okay.
From a height.
From a height, though. Okay. That's done. I'm going to put that there. When you're ready, put the tomatoes
From a height.
over. I could
That's
go from
it.
a higher height.
Let's go for it. There we go. It's in my eye. Wait. No, I'm
Sorry.
kidding. It's not in
I
my eye.
apologize.
That
Okay.
would be funny though. Imagine that happened live.
That would not be
That would have
funny,
been
Carl.
great.
Put the tomatoes in.
Hold it. So do you want any like sort of way the tomatoes go in? Because I can do them one by one for you.
You could
and
do
like
it-
decorate the plate.
Yeah, we
It
do have
depends.
time.
It depends how much time we have. How much
We have
time do we
lots
have?
of
Do we have time? I'm gonna do this one by one.
Yeah, do that one by one. And you know what goes really well with tomatoes is feta, like you mentioned earlier.
Yes.
They feta together.
That's it. That's it.
So we're going to put the feta in. And I prefer a crumble, personally, because then the feta wraps around and touches everything versus like break it up in blocks.
Do you know there's another way? If you freeze feta and you
Okay.
grate it, you get a feta snow that you can add to your salads.
I have never heard of this before.
Just
I
a little
didn't know.
idea. You can do that with so many cheeses. I think people do too little of that in their salads. Because then that way you get proper spread of that cheese unctuousness all over your salad.
Does it change the flavor at all?
Not at all. That's a great thing. It's kind of like it literally melts in your mouth because it's frozen. So I do that usually with gorgonzola, but I mean with feta, it works so well.
Yeah.
And then you can also cream your feta if you want to.
Yes, so I really like making like a creamed feta dip. So you
Yes.
add Greek yogurt, you add your feta, lemon zest, some herbs and spices, and then you can even layer this on top of the creamed feta. But for today, we're going tomato.
Give it a drizzle.
I'll give it a drizzle.
Give it a drizzle.
On the tomato. And then you got to mix the tomatoes together.
Okay, must I mix it through for you?
Yes, please.
All right, on it. Yo, I just had a nice preparation of the tomatoes in here, but it's okay. We're
did.
No, it's okay. I
We
think this is-
appreciate it,
It's still
though.
gonna work out. It's still gonna work out.
Oh, no,
This big one.
that rosemary is a bit
That's
whole.
that's a big rosemary there. That's fine.
Rosemary,
Okay.
don't shame my rosemary.
Sorry, that's one for the house. Can you just pop it back in? Okay, cool. That's
Yeah,
fine.
why not?
That's it.
Okay, are you ready for me?
I want it to be very. Okay, there we go.
Let
Ready
the
for you.
feta rain.
That is great.
Okay, so this is very involved, and hopefully your guests don't mind you being this involved in your
No,
meal.
but I think that's cool. It's got to be.
But it's the love.
I know it's the love.
Yeah.
That's what I like about this.
Some
Cook with your
pieces are
hands. It's
bigger.
expressive. It's beautiful. It's like taking a part of you and you're just giving it to your guests. And I think that's the most important thing.
One for the house that it went in
yeah,
again.
That's correct. We are doing that.
And then, okay, so my hands are a little bit occupied right now.
This is
Can
great.
you nicely put the basil on top?
That's fine. I feel like we have two people's names in here. We've got Rosemary and we've got Basil.
They're actually together.
They're like actually
42
married.
years. They just celebrated their anniversary.
Oh, look at that. That's it. Look. Oh, stop.
One
Stop
more.
it. This is going to be
Basil Jr.
That's it.
Ah,
look at that.
beautiful.
Beautiful. Let me just put that for you so you can see it properly in its glory.
Wow.
That's fine.
I've
Look
never
at that.
seen Basil look so good.
Final flourish.
It's a
And
drizzle.
you're good to go.
You can find this recipe on expressoshow.com. Carl and Carissa not included, but you can buy these ingredients very easily and make this yourself.
Yes.
So, Nele, I know I can hear your mouth watering. Do you want some of this?
Yes, my mouth is watering. I'm joking, guys. It looks so delicious. It looks so good. I see Jamie Oliver. I see Simam Tongana. You guys, chefs. You are chefs. I'm proud of you.
Chef Carissa, Chef Carl right here. It's delicious, I promise.
Chefs. I trust you guys, and I will invite you to my braai. You guys have made it, all right? You, Expresso family, always invited to my braai because you're my faves. And this is why you got to stick around. Why? Very soon, we're going to be catching up with the best lyricist in South Africa. Yes, I'm talking about Shabzi Medallion. He is the king that has a brand new single out. It's called A Lot. It's going to be happening right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. And then we are also going to be getting into the Trick or Treat Mystery Box Challenge. What is that? I also don't know, actually. Cape Town does, because that's where it's going to be happening. For now, though, coming to you live from Johannesburg, we're going to be doing a whole lot. Do not go anywhere. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back after this.
This week on the Tastemaster Junior, it's the grand finale. Our top three battle it out for the title.
Dinge gaan nie so vlot soos wat dit gewoonlik doen nie. How did I cut myself? I'm really stressed for time. What do I do? Please don't say it's burning.
Who will be crowned the first ever Tastemaster Junior?
The winner is
it Afton, Tinica, or Jazara? Find out Tuesday at 7, Wednesday at 1, and Sunday at 4 p.m. Only on SABC2.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Yes, honey, we specialize in the business of feeling good, and it is all about you feeling good, which is why we always bring you superstars, okay? This morning, I am so excited that we get to celebrate the best lyricist in South Africa. Yes, my friend. I'm talking about a king, and he's somebody who is one of the most recognizable faces in hip-hop in South Africa and on the African continent. Thank you very much. He's somebody who is one of the most hard-working artists in the country, and it is proven over and over again by how his music does so incredibly well, absolutely everywhere. But on top of that, he's incredibly gifted, my Expresso family, and he's a man who indeed is a pioneer. Trust me, his vision is never unclear. On top of that, he is a groundbreaker. He's a name taker. Everybody, let's welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast show. It is Shabzi Medallion.
You're even rhyming there.
Did you see, Shabzi?
Pioneer.
You know,
vision unclear.
Unclear. Can I jump on a song now? Okay. Okay. Shabzi!
What's up?
Also a king of 5FM. There's so many
Yes.
things that you do.
Yes.
But I want to start with the music because that is your first love. I mean, it started when you were a kid, and that's my favorite thing, going back
Yeah.
to the beginning. You know, where was it and who was it even that introduced you to Tupac and allowed you to kind of get into writing introspective poetry?
It's my mother. before she introduced me to Tupac, I was already writing. I didn't know that I was writing poetry per se.
Yes.
Being the eldest at home of the siblings, people lean on you. So I didn't have anybody to lean on. I didn't know that I needed somebody to lean on.
Sure.
So writing was just something that I took upon myself. And then when I heard Tupac, I was like, hey, man, I'm doing this, really. You know, I'm just writing it down, not reciting it.
Yeah.
So after hearing Pac, I was like, okay, this is the journey that I want to be on as an artist.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And especially because the vision, like I said, was so clear for you from a young age. That doesn't happen with everyone. But on top of that, I also feel like it's so special that, you know, it's something that came out of nowhere. Nobody kind of invoked it in you, which just shows how you were born with it, which I think is so beautiful. But take me to this now, because now taking, you know, the whole idea of I'm writing poetry, I'm going to convert it into rapping.
Yes.
How does that happen? How did you do it? How did you decide that you were going to go about it? Take me through that journey.
So I got a second-hand computer. My mother got me a computer. And then we used a SingStar microphone.
Yes.
You know, one of those SingStar karaoke
It's
microphones?
so cute.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yes.
So I plugged it into the sound card of the computer. And then there was like a software back then where you could record stuff. It wasn't really a recording software. It was a burning CD software.
Yes.
But I found a way to record myself through that software. And I recorded my own records, made my own beats. At the time, I didn't have people around me who could play these other roles. So I had to play it to bring that vision that I had in my heart and my mind to light.
Yeah.
I made my brothers like featuring artists. you know.
Yes.
So I could also be like Shabzy featuring this one.
Okay, Beyonce.
That one.
All right.
Just to show that, oh, look, I'm an artist. You know what I'm
I
saying?
love that. Yes. That is so beautiful. I mean, you were just getting ready for the future.
Exactly.
Because you've always been the main star, darling.
thank you.
I mean, even look at Back to the City where you were performing.
Yes.
The crowd went crazy when
Yes.
Shabzy Medallion stepped on the
Yes.
stage. Talk to us about that performance. Why was it so special for you?
Wow, man, it became special. Two moments. The first moment is when I got a call from Zabs, legendary rap artist in South Africa.
Yes.
And he wanted to do the Heavy 8 performance, classic record on his debut album, Listeners Digest. 20 years in the game, and I was humbled. This is like 3 days before the performance.
Yeah.
And he's like, look, if you can't do, I'm there.
If I
You
can't
know?
do what?
What? I'm there. It's fine. Don't even say no more, you know?
Yes.
And being the young one that he ushered into, it's almost like he passed the torch to me. Like artist to
amen.
artist, you know?
Yes.
The second moment, getting on stage, I thought, I'm memorizing the lyrics, I'm about to spit my bars. But when I got on stage, I felt a wave of a spirit on me.
Sure.
You know, and so I felt that energy from the crowd, so I gave them the energy that they gave me.
Come on. Babes, you could see that you were just on another level, 100%. I watched that video over and over again. It's so beautiful, Shabzy, because I feel like with you being over 10 years in the industry, it literally is just so incredible to see you continue just taking different steps and just, I want to say even just evolving as an artist. And it's so incredible, and especially with you getting to your 25th project, honey, Mufasa's Boy.
Yes.
Talk to us about that. You're releasing it next year on your birthday.
Yes.
And also today you're going to be performing your lead single off of it, A Lot. Tell us about it. What's A Lot about all of this?
Okay, so debut album was Nomvula.
Yes.
Named after my mother. The second was supposed to be the other half, the duality of it, my father. But the music and the content behind that hadn't come to me yet. So I did The Long Game and postponed Mufasa's Boy.
Yes.
Mufasa's Boy is just me paying homage to my father. And the interludes in there, funny enough, the person playing my father is Zabs.
Yes.
You know, so it's just the stars aligning.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just telling that story and how he, I guess, a vision of who he is through me.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that. And we're going to be getting a performance of A Lot. Thank you very much.
Yes,
Yeah. On top of that, Shabzy, you're incredible.
Thank you.
Every single time we see you, your gift just shines through. Thank you for being that person. And on top of it, I feel like you are just genuinely someone who not just walks in their purpose, but you literally allow yourself to be something to so many others.
Thank you.
So thank you for allowing your gift to heal others.
Thank you.
We love you, okay?
Appreciate it, man.
His name is Shabzy Medallion. Ian, the best lyricist in South Africa, and he's going to be performing 2 of his songs here on Expresso. My friend, do not go anywhere. It's all happening right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. And trust me, you've got a lot to stick around for.
Get ready for a spooktacular adventure with the Crazy Store Trick or Treat Mystery Box Challenge. And a challenge it is, because we're going to uncover a sweet surprise, or will it be a frightful twist? I am your host for today, and they're going to be 3 rounds, and the rules are pretty simple. I hope you can follow this, right?
There's something on your face!
Between the 2 boxes in front of these guys, you have to guess which box contains the treat, and the person who succeeds actually gets to keep the treat. So you've got to guess real good, and I think it's time for you to put that on and us to jump into the round.
Okay, so let's go.
Cheat, Ewan.
I will not cheat. I promise.
We are no longer friends.
All right,
but I can't see now, so just help
I'm
me
gonna
out.
guide you. I'm gonna guide you.
All right.
It's a strong hand.
All right, so this is it, eh? Am I going first? Are we going?
No, I'm just placing you there.
Okay.
I'm gonna place you there. You're gonna reach in with this hand?
Okay, yes.
Okay.
So we need to figure out what's in here and whether or not
It could be
it's
a trick or a treat. Take a
or-
deep breath, because if it is a trick, I can't guarantee that your hand will come out with you.
I always
Okay.
look at these type of games and I thought whenever I get a chance to do this, I won't be nervous. But right now, I got to ask this because I know it won't be true, but it's not alive, is it?
I don't know.
God.
So I'm glad you're feeling petrified like me, Ewan.
Okay, I'm gonna count down from 3.
Right.
3, 2, 1.
Pom, 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 we're going in.
Oh, hello. Okay.
Oh, goodness. Wait,
I-
are these... It feels like spider legs. Wait. What? This is a... I'm sure this is a treat.
What on...
Feels good.
You should try it and then find out.
Wait, like put it in my mouth without even seeing it. That's dangerous.
Can I don't know what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like a
Oh, yes.
bowl. I think I've got the treat thing here.
You got a treat too?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's a good treat at that.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
So you both think
Well, there's something in there. No, wait, hang on.
You freaking me out.
Something is moist.
Ew.
Wet.
Wow, what are you touching?
I don't know.
What's in your hand, Ewan?
I can't lift it. Do I? Can I get it out of here?
No, I
I
don't
just
think
want to,
so.
hang on.
I
I'm gonna
so
do
want to
this.
take this off and see
Okay,
what
is
it
it a
is.
trick or is it a
This,
treat?
no, this is definitely a trick.
Okay, it's a trick, Ryle.
This must be
I'm pretty sure from my face you can see this is a treat.
It's a treat. Take off your blindfold.
Yeah, come on. I'd rather not look.
Whoa! No, I just remember the things that you could do and then how much fun you can have with this one. Oh, the kids are going to go wild, and I think the adults too.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was like,
Keep it away
this
from
is
your
a lovely
clothes.
bowl. This is a lovely bowl filled with a treat. It's a punch. It's something yummy. And then look now.
Oh,
what
goodness.
happened.
All right, I'm going to get you prepared for your second round. If
okay.
you're ready,
I like
I'm ready.
that.
On the count of 3, round 2 beckons. 1, 2, 3. Ta-da! We're on to round 2 just like that. We're getting into bigger tricks and tastier treats. We hope. I'm going to guide the boys.
You.
Wait, hang
Guide
on.
the other boy who's now blinded.
Okay.
All right. So on this round, the 1 box is going to be something that's going to definitely satisfy your cravings. And on the other hand, a bit of a chilling surprise does await you. So,
So
when you're
far,
ready, put your hands in.
I've had the
Chilling
worst luck.
surprise. It's probably something cold.
Okay.
Anticipation.
Is it alive? No, eh?
I don't know.
What on earth?
Wait, this is nice.
What is...
Hey, now, I know what this is.
Wow, you're winning today.
I've got a trick again.
Oh, yeah! I'm pretty sure I know what this is. This is definitely a treat. I'm unwrapping it blindfolded, which is a lot harder than I can remember.
You got to feel your way through it. Ewan, what are we feeling? Ooh.
It feels like a nail. Oh, is it a thumb?
Whose thumb could it be?
That's the question, isn't it?
So is it a trick or a treat?
No, this is a trick.
Okay,
This is
trick,
a trick.
Ryle.
It's a treat.
Well done, guys.
Can I
2
take it
for
off?
2. You can take it
Oh
off.
my gosh, it is a thumb.
Please put that back. I don't
And fingers. There's, oh my god.
Now we know where the blood came from.
Sure. Gotta love
I
it.
love it. If you're ready, put the fingers back. We don't need to see them. Round 3 is around the corner. 3, 2, 1. And just like that, we're on to the final round. Okay, this is going to be an interesting one. Currently, we're sitting at 2 points each for Ryle, who's making his way back to the box, as well as Ewan, who's getting himself all blindfolded. And we're talking about something incredible when it comes to the final round. Okay, we've pulled out all the stops here. Chewy and colorful surprises await you. Or it could be something that will grasp you by fear. Put your hands in. And then let's see what we have. Is it a trick or is it a treat?
I tell you, the fear of just putting your hand into a random box, guys.
I'm so glad it's not me.
Ooh. Okay. You said nothing was alive in here. Something moved.
Did it?
I've got the treat.
I don't know if it moved.
I don't understand. Okay, that's definitely someone.
Could somebody be in the box is the question.
Whatever I'm holding on, I'm going to pull this out. Whoa, I knocked over something. I don't know what it was.
Is it a trick or a treat?
I don't know. I don't know.
Taste it. Let's see if
I don't want to. Oh my God. Wait, it's not. I know what it is. This is definitely not a treat. It's a trick.
Okay.
I know what this is for sure. I've got a treat for sure. Thank goodness this time. Yeah.
You had to get something. Whoa. Okay, take your masks off. Take your blindfolds off.
Well played. Wait, there was something in here. That was well played. Well played.
Well done, James. 2 for 2. At least Ewan came out winning in the end.
You did.
But
Did
you
I?
both, no, you both got winners. I mean,
You know
got
what
a
they say?
treat.
You lose some, you win some. You win some. You win some.
See,
Look at you
the
go.
dad jokes are strong today. Well, as Ewan enjoys his brain and Raoul does another high five.
Scratch my back.
That is it for our round of trick or treat. That was so much fun, I'm not going to lie. I almost don't even mind the tricks. I hope you didn't mind that.
I'm your foot.
Now, whether you're looking for fun treats or spooky tricks, the Crazy Store has everything you need to gear up for Halloween. It's around the corner, so make sure that you get yourself prepared. From creepy decorations to candy galore, you'll find everything to make this spooky season an absolute blast. So don't waste any time. Head over to the Crazy Store for all your Halloween essentials, if you dare.
Well done. Good pat on the back for you.
Oh, thank you.
And me. And you, bro. Can I have it?
Come in with a little, leave with a lot. The Crazy Store has a whole range of stuff bound to surprise and delight the whole family.
The show, it's so good, it's scary, honesty. So get all of those things right. We've got a couple of tricks for you, and it's going to be a treat to be in your company. Of Shabsy Medallions going to perform for you. And then it's one of the biggest events of the year. The SAFTAs are coming up this weekend, and we're going to build up to that and get geared up. So make sure you stay there at your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Oh, yes, my darling. It's a beautiful Tuesday, and this is why this morning we got Shabzy Medallion in the building. Everybody, I'm going to need you to move the furniture because you're going to be dancing. Let's give it up for the king with his brand new song. It's called Alone.
You ready? Man, you won't believe what it had to do to get attention. Took the long road in order to get respected.
Big Don's finally putting me on the guest list. Only pulling up if they showing me where the check is.
Don't be telling me I'm the best team. I already know my catalog is a flex king.
I'm a pot of gold, your confidence is arrested. I live in my zone, I promise I'm that gifted.
But lately I'm thinking different. Those who say they got me, they gotta cover the distance.
They don't really love you if they're only in it for business. Only fall in love with a girl that's on a mission.
Gotta keep it real or keep me out of your system.
Knowing thyself will body the competition.
Minute myself will make you a politician.
They don't really listen, they miss it when you just give in. I'm looking at my raps in my pants, it's a lot.
You're looking at a man with a plan, it's a lot. I'm looking at the cash in the bag, it's a lot, bro. You should see the girls with the dance, it's a lot, bro.
It's a lot, bro. Looking at her from the back, it's a lot, bro. It's a lot, bro. You should see the girls do the dance, it's a lot, bro. It's a lot, bro. If she wanna dance with the man, do it pronto. It's a lot, bro. Treat me like a drug, she never been with Pablo. Yeah. It's a lot, bro. I just need to pee before I leave you with the cuss-up. It's a lot, bro, all about the bread, they better pay me in Sasco. Shabzy Medallion, there's no dashing it, but I swear I feel like Gasco. In a few years, here, watch close. Time waits for no man, but more hands should know that, keeping it watch close. Yeah, it's a lot, bro, 99 problems, I must be at the top, though. It's a lot, bro, the way I reign around here, giving them gun flows. I'm looking at my raps in my past. You're looking at a man with a plan, it's a lot. I'm looking at the cash in the bag, it's a lot, bro. You should see the girls with the dance, it's a lot, it's a lot, yeah, it's a lot, it's a lot, bro. Looking at that ass from the back, it's a lot, yeah, it's a lot, bro. You should see the girls with the dance, it's a lot.
I got a lot of things on my chest, I gotta let them out. I'm on my best, I know I'm ready now. Oh, you got next, you think I'm stressed? Go ahead, flex, you just a petty count. Petty count for the pride in the team. Like it or not, boy, the lion is me. Dying to free my silence, see. It's R.I.P. if you're trying to be.
How many bodies in the ground? How many dollies in the song? How many got me in the crowd? How many? Man, but I promise my intuition to never bother you critics. I'm in it to make a difference. I'm feeling like I'm a winner, man. Winners are never quitting, man. Quitting is for beginners. Beginners will only get it if getting it is your vision. In my pad, it's a lot.
You're looking at a man with a plan, it's a lot. I'm looking at the cash in the bag, it's a lot, bro. You should see the girls do the dance, it's a lot.
It's a lot, bro.
Looking at that ass from the back, it's a lot, bro. Yeah, it's a lot, bro. You should see the girls do the dance, it's a lot, bro. It's a lot, I know. Looking at that ass from the back, it's a lot, bro. It's a lot, I know. You should see the girls do the dance, it's a lot, bro.
It's a lot, bro. It's a lot. It's a lot, bro. It's a lot, bro.
Come on, everybody! His name is Shabzy Medallion, and that is his brand new single off of his leading album coming out soon, forthcoming rather. And I can tell you this much, my friend, he's not going anywhere. We got a lot to do on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Right about now, it is Carissa standing by with your news headlines.
Oh, Shabzy, that was so good. Thank you so much, Sanele. Let's get into your final bit of news for the morning. And we start up with your national news as the 2024 National Senior Certificate exams began. Higher Education Minister Dr. Nabuhle Pamela Nkabane urged matriculants to apply for funding through the National Student Financial Aid Scheme before the 15th of December deadline. With just 55 days left, eligible students are encouraged to apply promptly for financial support for their post-school education. Nkabane extended her well wishes to all matriculants, acknowledging this pivotal moment as the culmination of years of hard work, and encouraged the class of 2024 to approach their exams with confidence and determination. Now, sticking to your national news, Eskom has urged prepaid electricity customers to update their meters with the new vending codes before the 24th of November deadline. Around 6.9 million prepaid meters in Eskom-supplied areas are affected by the token identifier update. Eskom warned that after the deadline, meters will only accept electricity tokens if they're updated as per the Standard Transfer Specification Association. Spokesperson Daphne Mokoena said that failing to recode in time will prevent customers from loading tokens, leaving their meters inoperable. Taking a look further afield at your international news, Cameroon's 91-year-old President Paul Biya returned home yesterday after a 42-day absence that raised concern about his health. His chartered plane from Geneva landed in Ntshimalin International Airport in Yaoundé, where he was greeted by Secretary General Ferdinand Ngongo. Biya did not address the public but waved at supporters as his motorcade left the airport. His extended absence fueled speculation about his well-being, prompting authorities to issue statements confirming he was in good health. Cameroon later prohibited discussions about his health, citing national security. Meanwhile, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken will push for a ceasefire during his latest Middle East trip. This will be his 11th visit since the Hamas attack on Israel on October 7th last year, which sparked the Gaza war. Now, Blinken aims to kickstart negotiations to end the conflict and address spillover tensions in Lebanon, where Israel has intensified military action against Hezbollah militia. He will meet with regional leaders to discuss ending the war, post-conflict plans for Gaza, and a diplomatic solution between Israel and Hezbollah. Now, for this morning, we close off with this heartwarming story about a rescue that unfolded last Thursday when NSRI Simonstown responded to reports of a whale entangled in a catamaran's mooring ropes at False Bay Yacht Club. A local surf skier spotted the juvenile whale at first light, prompting an immediate call for help. Now, the NSRI crew, including trained SAWDN volunteers, arrived and found the distressed marine mammal trapped in the vessel's lines. Using a knife from the rescue craft, Donna Nicholas, the crew carefully cut through the ropes while the whale appeared to sense their intent for help. Once freed, the ocean giant swam away confidently into the deep blue, probably searching for its pod. The operation's success is a testament to the team's skill, as well as their care in this delicate disentanglement. Now, we'll see if a whale of a time will continue in the world of sports with Carl. He's up next with the latest.
Well, the Proteas were having a whale of the time. Definitely, they took control on the thrilling first day of their opening test against Bangladesh in Mirpur, where 16 wickets tumbled. Bangladesh was bowled out for just 106, with the Proteas responding by reaching 140 for 6 at stumps. Kagiso Rabada, KG and Vian Mulder dominated, sharing 6 wickets, with Rabada marking his 300th test wicket. Keshav Maharaj also played a key role, grabbing 3 wickets. Now on to football. Liverpool captain Virgil van Dijk has confirmed that contract extension talks are underway, with his current deal set to expire at the end of the season. The 33-year-old Dutch defender, who joined Liverpool in 2018, has been instrumental in their success, helping the club secure the Premier League title, Champions League, as well as FA Cup. Manager Arne Slot, in his first season, emphasised that players like Virgil van Dijk, Mohamed Salah, as well as Trent Alexander-Arnold must earn new deals based on their performance this season. Now on to golf. Tiger's back. Tiger Woods is set to make his TGL debut on the 14th of January 2025 as the new tech-driven indoor golf league kicks off its inaugural season in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. Woods, who recently underwent back surgery, will compete as part of the Jupiter Links Golf Club, which he co-owns alongside Max Homa, as well as Tom Kim and Kevin Kistner. Their first match will see them face the Los Angeles Golf Club team, featuring Colin Morikawa, Sahith Theegala, and Tommy Fleetwood, as well as Justin Rose. What a lineup. Now, let's wrap up with tennis action. Belarusian, that is Arina Sabalenka, expressed her desire to maintain the world #1 spot longer this time after reclaiming it from Poland's Iga Świątek. Sabalenka returned to the top thanks to the year-end adjustments in the WTA rankings, having previously held the position for just 8 weeks in 2023. After winning the US and Australian Opens, she lost only 1 match since mid-August. Her next potential competition is the WTA Finals in Saudi Arabia from the 2nd to the 9th of November. That's it for your sporty action and your feel-good breakfast show. But let's check out how your roads are looking. Zanele has your details.
Let's take a look at those roads indeed and get you to where you're going safely. Starting off in KZN, traffic is at a standstill south of the N2 with heavy delays towards Spaghetti Junction. Avoid the affected area and plan your journey accordingly. Over in the mother city, Milnerton, there's congestion along the N7 northbound at Bosman's Dam. Maintain a safe following distance rather, please, and exercise caution while driving. And then, my friend, we always ask you to please make sure that you just drive safely in general because we want you to be in one piece wherever it is you're going. Right about now, let's take a look at what's happening with your weather. The MEC for Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs in KZN, Thulasizwe Buthelezi, is urging residents to stay vigilant as the province experiences severe thunderstorms and heavy disruptive rains. The South African Weather Service has issued a yellow level 4 warning, stating that the inclement weather conditions which began over the weekend will persist today. Additionally, the Weather Service has issued an orange level 6 warning for disruptive rain along the Eastern Cape Coast and adjacent interior, as well as a yellow level 2 warning for severe thunderstorms over Gauteng and parts of Limpopo, Mpumalanga, the Free State and Northwest. In contrast, extremely high fire danger conditions are expected over the David Kruiper local municipality in the Northern Cape, where, my friend, it is indeed very dry. Right about now, I want to get to one of my favorite parts of the show, which is getting to see what you see on your side of life. It is our sunrise view, and thank you so much to none other than Vina from Aikenhof. My love, what is this beauty that you have bestowed upon our screens? I absolutely love it. It looks absolutely beautiful, especially those clouds with the sun in the background, the cars. Picturesque is the only way to describe it. And thank you so much, Vina. And it is always one of our favorite things to do, getting to see what you see when you wake up. Right now, let's take a look what's happening with your temperatures. When Uppington's sitting at 29, then I think that something's wrong because this time of the year, I'm expecting at least a 49 Uppington.
49?
What's going on? No, I'm kidding, but let me actually turn up the heat in here, especially when it comes to earning some money, or at least winning some money. 74 million is what I'm talking about in particular, and that's the total estimated Powerball and Powerball Plus jackpots that could be your ticket to big millions this Tuesday. So Carl, just tell them not to get left behind.
Yeah, please don't get left behind, because when we say Powerball for an estimated 15 million rand, I have to hold there. When you say 15, you have to hold the fifth and then hit the teen. 15, okay? Powerball Plus for an estimated 59 million rand today. So you can buy your tickets now. You can gooi in store. Just have a positive attitude. It helps. Nationallottery.co.za, the mobile app for convenience. Cell phone banking, more convenience. And how about simply dialing *120 *7529 hash? That is for USSD. Lots of ways to play.
I absolutely love that. Now, Carl gave you those details, but if you missed any of them, we've got your back. They are on our Expresso social media pages. And also just give us a follow while you're there. At Expresso Show is where you can find us. And Panda Pusha Play Powerball and Powerball Plus for 74 million rand in total estimated jackpots today for your chance to win big, baby.
Yes, I love winning.
I love
especially
winning.
in life.
Yes.
And if you want to win in life, we have to focus on our mental health. It's vitally important. So coming up, we want to look at the effects of self-care on mental health. We have another panel, and as always, questions 063-408-8863. We'd love to surround you with experience as well as support.
Oh, that is beautiful. Self-care is so important. And let me tell you, you this. Self-care is not selfish, okay? It's something that I'm learning every single day. But not only do we have self-care, we're going to get into all talks with the Safters. It all goes down this Saturday. So be warned. This is your warning right now, because guess what? Kukle is going to take this one home.
Yep.
We already know that.
Done.
Best presenter on Expresso. I mean, how could she not?
Done. Done, honey.
We can't wait to see it all play out. But for now, though, stick around on your Feel Good Breakfast show, because we'll see you after this.
There are stories of creators, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. ABSA.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And if you just stepped in, we've had so many great discussions. This was particularly around mental health. And, you know, now I want to actually pause on self-care. And I've got some friends on this couch to help you with your overall well-being. Now, the hustle and bustle of life, it's real. As you know, as we head to the end of the year, it's even more pressured. So we need to approach this personal journey with something that really, really feeds our unique needs. And we need to uncover a balanced routine that resonates with everybody. In fact, with you personally, it's okay. As Carissa was saying, you know, self-care, not selfish. It's enabling, it's empowering. So here to discuss the ins and outs, we have some self-care professionals. Okay, this is very, very important. So Big Soleil, hashtag Choose Soft panel, Glamour's editor, we've got editor-in-chief, Nontando is here. We've got a counselor, Yasmin, and we've got a fitness expert, Shai, and they are all ready to help self-care connect with your mental health, which is fantastic. Ladies, what a privilege and a pleasure. It's so nice to have all of you.
Thanks for having us.
So let's talk about this whole self-care thing. I think people think self-care is, I took a shower. Self-care. Is it really that much? Now, it's a different type of world we're living in. So I want to just describe a bit more around the addition of self-care into your life on a different number of fronts, which I'm loving. Because we've got something that, we've got lifestyle, we've got psychological, we've got fitness, and I think this is a great balance over here. So let's go down our panel for a second. Adding self-care, and Nontando, I'm going to start with you. How important is that in the type of life that perhaps you live in, and how you think it'll enable people?
I think for all of us, hard lockdown highlighted just how much we need to take care of ourselves.
Yes.
So since then, I've been prioritizing me, and it looks, in different forms, goes from mentally, physically, spiritually. I need to feed all of the three elements for me to do better in my work and just cope with life in general.
Yeah, I mean, you're editor-in-chief.
Yes.
So a lot of your energy, if I'm getting this right, you distribute a lot of your energy.
Yes.
Would it be safe to say that self-care is retaining a lot of that to serve your own happiness and yourself?
That's correct.
Is that a good identifier as to what it would be in your life?
Yeah.
Yasmin, just in terms of a counselor approach of self-care, it's also up here, isn't it?
I think we always confuse the mind for being up here.
Right.
When the whole body is the mind. All your senses is the mind. I think that's the first thing I'd like everybody, any sense that you have is the mind.
Love it.
That's it.
Love
so taking care of anything that's physical, mental, that's taking care of the mind.
Very true.
So-
And even the way you use your body, Shai, That's also part of self-care. It's not just like I need to get the abs and I need to get this.
Yeah.
Part of it's got to be intentional to feed yourself and your psychological happiness as well. Do you find that in your work?
Yeah, I think taking care of myself allows me also to take care of others. Because for me, with fitness and things, I always have to be my best for my clients, for my kids, and at home.
Yeah.
So me physically moving and keeping myself accountable helps me do the best for them as well.
That is brilliant. Because, I mean, a healthy body, healthy mind, healthy mind, healthy body, this is all connected. But let's go down this panel again, because I'd love to know just a little tidbit of an intentional way where you in your respective fields actually focus on self-care as a priority. So, editor-in-chief, let's be honest here, this is, it's a powerful position. And I mentioned to you the energy goes all over the place. So how do you intentionally, possibly every day, add self-care to your routine?
I aim to at least take like a 5K walk.
Wow.
Yeah, every day in the morning or in the afternoon, whether I'm walking down the promenade, whether I'm at the gym, just like strolling on the treadmill, and just like meditating, which goes from anything from 5 to 10 minutes, just like looking inwards and like checking in with myself. Nontando, how are you feeling today? Goes a long way.
That is brilliant. In fact, to Yasmin, as a counselor, I need to just shift the question just for a second for you. Hustle and bustle often is seen when you are busy. Busy says productive. Hustle and bustle, it means like, you know, I got my game going, I'm feeling good, I'm busy all the time. And I want to actually talk about how toxic that can be to your self-care practices, because you're like, no, it's cool, I'm just going to give out all my energy and I'm going to be good. You know, I'm making money, I'm feeling good. But how toxic can that be for somebody?
I think just take a bit of a step back and understand what self-care is. Self-care is just the ability to be gentle with yourself. That's it.
There we go.
If you're gentle with yourself, it doesn't matter how hustle-bustle you are.
Yes.
It's the ability, that critic, when it comes up, how do you soothe that critic into whatever you're doing? And there's your self-care. So it doesn't really matter with mental, physical, or how you're running or taking or showering.
Yes.
It's what you're doing with yourself when you're by yourself.
It's beautiful.
And there's your self-care. So whatever you're doing, if it's gentle, you are taking care of yourself. And there's your routine.
Thank you for saying that.
Right.
It's powerful. There are people that need to hear that right now. And then shy, on a level of physicality, I know that stretching and mobility and meditation can go hand in hand and actually help the overall nervous system settle down. So in terms of the way you add things, especially when, I mean, obviously you're going to push clients to their brink, you know, to their breaking point, but that's going to make them stronger. I know there's some clients that are watching now like, shy, not shy again, my legs, I got you. But I want to know about, what hack could you add? You know, somebody says that I'm too busy to exercise. As a fitness expert, can you just give them a little hack to try and just get some of that physical self-care going?
So I've kind of started something on my page recently where I kind of... I'm taking people back to the basics, like especially the moms. I call them the momsies. Just to do things that are simple within your house. So like if you have your kids, maybe just stand there for a bit. I said sit on the wall. If you're having a conversation with your daughter, do a little bit of a stretch, like anything that you can add in your household, basic things. Because I think just the stress about people actually going to the gym or walking out of the door is a bit sometimes stressful for some people. So I'm kind of like still getting back into the Instagram busy life.
That's okay.
But I'm trying to just get that back into the phase where we take it back to day one, or simple, use a pillow or use whatever you have within your house to do some movements, just basic movements.
And I think, isn't that subtlety and the priority around just thinking about the smaller things that you're doing for your body? Even if something like, I've seen that viral video where whenever you hear your child calling mommy, you do a squat.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've seen that. Mommy! Squat. I just like that. So that's what I'm saying. I think I like that. I like that constant awareness of the priority of self, which I'm liking. And I wanted to discuss this further in our part 2, ladies. Thank you so much for being here. We have so many different questions. And I mean, I'd like to know about your self-care habit. I want you to be open with it. If it's something that you believe is something that added to your day and could enable something else, could you perhaps share that, please, on 063-408-8863. You may think, it's nothing. Trust me. If it's enabling your self-care, we'd like to hear about it and share it. You can be enabling somebody else here today as we continue our discussion on self-care and mental health on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
And when we say feel good, we mean exactly that. I can give you a bit of a thing that I do in the mornings. I actually set my alarm 10 minutes earlier than when I should wake up, just to take my mornings a little bit slower and not feel rushed. It gets me into the right mental space to be able to do what I love and be here with you, Mzansi. And thank you so much for joining us this morning. We still have so much coming your way on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We've got to get into that SAFTAs talk. We brought in the best of the best, from acting to behind the scenes when it comes to SAFTAs. We've got you covered to find out what you can expect this Saturday. Not only that, we're also going to get into a bit of a dance routine. Yes, I'm going to be sweating or glowing along with you. So get your tackies ready, get your fitness gear ready, and I'll meet you after the break to get your adrenaline going. We'll see you now.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Right about now, you're on your Feel Good Breakfast Show right here on S3. And my friend, I do tell you this much. We are about to be absolutely enthralled by huge giants of the industry. I am talking about two incredible people who are heavyweights, who are here to tell us all about one of the biggest nights of film and television in South Africa. Of course, I'm talking about the SAFTAs, my dear. They are on Saturday, and it is going to be one of the most exciting things. Why? Because it is yet another year just to celebrate the people who make screens all around the country come to life and honestly give us life. So, who am I talking about, everybody? I'm so excited for us to welcome Relebogile Mabocha as well as Clement Matosa. I am talking about...
Clement what? Matosa? No way. No way. Clement Mausa.
That's what I said.
Zane.
You didn't hear it, and that's the thing. You know what? Clement is having a hearing issue this morning, but he'll be fine. So everyone, let's start again.
Okay, let's go.
It is none other than multi-talented TV and radio presenter, as well as a queen when it comes to executive producing. I am talking about none other than Relebogile Mabocha, everybody. And then we have left to this side, it is a multi-talented SAFTA Award-nominated king. We know him as Kwaito, but he is, of course, none other than Clement Mawasa.
That's more like
That's what I said. You know what? As a result, I'm not even going to start with you. I'm going straight to Rubukhile, my beautiful.
Hey, honey.
How are you?
Good, and you?
I'm good, thank you. My love, you are 21 years into this crazy industry.
Right.
It's huge. We were just talking about it, Clement, and we were like, it's so incredible to see all of the things that you've done. But I need to ask you, how did you even come into the industry? You know, where did the love for entertainment come from, especially at such a young age?
So when you grow up being told you're disrespectful and talk too much, you're like, how do I make money off of this? And then shut your parents up.
I love
But
it.
it's just something I was naturally drawn to.
Yes.
Always singing, always performing. Started in the theater and always had ideas of things I wanted to do and see. And then when I look back, I still remember being like, let's have a fashion show at the school, or in school holidays, making the aunts and uncles sit and we'd be like, we're going to do a fashion show.
Yeah.
I think it was just in my blood from the onset.
Yes, and honey, you have just gone into it in full force. I think that there's nothing you can't do. You've proven it over and over again. I mean, award-winning executive producer. We're going to get to that in a little bit. But Clement, I want to come to you.
Right.
My SAFTA Award-nominated bae, okay? So proud of you. Congratulations, because it's so deserved. And I think that everyone knows it. But, I mean, even with you coming into Skim Sam, you were just a little pickinini. We're talking about it now. Talk to us about the beginning. You know, how did that specific role come about? But also, in terms of you and falling in love with acting, where did that come from?
I think my story is also similar to hers. You know, at school, I used to be hyperactive, you know, like show off. So people used to say, hey, oh, so I think that's where actually the love started. But I started acting when I was like 9 years old. At school, we used to do sketch, you know, drama plays on stage.
You know he's old when he says Nireta sketch.
It's not even drama, sketch. Hey, you're going to say
people are watching.
But I don't know. Okay,
No.
Yeah, so I think that's where the love started. And then from there, I never looked back, because even in high school, I was always the lead on all the plays that we did.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I think eventually when I finished my matric, I had to come to Joburg and, you know, just pursue my acting career.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's so beautiful to see, guys, because you're both people who are absolutely excelling in what you're doing. And Rubukhile, you, from the softest to Miss SA to collecting awards, Kesana, that you are the executive producer of, because you do it all and you do it so excellently.
Thank you.
I want to know what is going to be different about the softest this year, because you did them last year already. What are you bringing that's going to add spice and make it even nicer?
So last year I was just the winner. So it's my first time.
Oh, that was the Miss SA last year.
That was the Miss SA last year. So what's going to be different this year, obviously 30 years of freedom and democracy is a big conversation, but I want to invite everybody to remember how important the lens has been in that democracy. Not just telling our stories, epic sporting moments. Think about Nelson Mandela's first speech. If it were not for the medium of film and television, how many stories would have not gotten out to the people? There are so many strides that we are making in the industry. And while we recognize there are places that we could be a lot more advanced, being industry kids, we know we have challenges. But there is so much that we have achieved. We have a brilliant constitution that allows us to say so many things on television that other people in other countries get arrested for. And let me also say, Limpopo in the building, shout out. You know, North. And also just finding different ways for us to become more inclusive. We need to evolve. There's so many minority groups that are still not represented, and saying minority doesn't just mean the LGBTIQ plus community. We're also talking minority languages. We are talking people living with different disabilities, living with albinism. So I want an entertaining show that everybody that's not even in the industry can be connected with, because our stories matter, and that's what I think it's all about.
Come on, darling. This is why you are leadership, and why, in fact, you went from being...
definitely voting for her.
Sana. This is why she went from being winner to executive producer, darling. Nobody does it like Rubukhile. Thank you. Sana, Clement, for you, this is huge, because not only first-time executive producer, we also have a first-time SAFTA Award nominee.
Yay!
Talk to us about what this nomination means to you.
It means a lot to me. I was telling her earlier on that I'm a little bit nervous. I can't wait for Saturday. But for me, I think it's very important, especially if you've been in the industry for the time that I've been in the industry. You know, I've grown on the show that I've been on, and just to get that recognition, you know, for them to even consider me for the SAFTAs, I think it's a big win, not only for me but for my show as well, because I represent my show, and they normally say that teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah.
You know, so Skim Sam is one of those relevant shows. You know, besides just entertaining you, you know, we're educating you, we're informing you. So that's why it's been relevant for so long. So for us to get recognized at the SAFTAs, it's a big win, not only for me, but for Limpopo. She spoke about inclusivity, right? Where I come from like a very small community or village. And most people there, they don't think that they can dream high. But when they see somebody like me coming from there, you know, making it in the industry to a point where you even getting recognized by such an institution as the SAFTAs, I think it's a big win.
Also, when he wins, it's also my award because our scenes together
you know,
have improved his acting.
But you had no SAFTA by then. You had no SAFTA then.
Actually, I did for Best Cast on Rhythm City. Thank you. I was already a SAFTA winner. So please thank me in your speech.
Thank you. I'm thanking you now.
I'm so done. I am so done with you two. I absolutely love this. But guys, very quickly, SAFTAs on Saturday. Executive producer, please tell us what we need to know.
All you need to know, tune into SABC2. The broadcast starts at 8 p.m. But of course, you want to see red carpet.
Yes.
So head over 7:30 p.m. Today, we're announcing all of our hosts. So look out for the socials. Follow the SAFTAs on Instagram and on Twitter. The theme is back to basics, and then the Craft Awards will be streaming live on YouTube. That's on the Friday night. You might think, what a craft? These are the people that script, the hair, the makeup, the wardrobe, those that are behind the scenes that don't always get the shine. So tune in at 7 p.m. on the YouTube channel for the SAFTAs.
Did you see how she went from executive producer?
I was about to say, I'm like, okay, presenter.
She said, I am a presenter
like,
today. Okay, girl. Thank you very much.
NFTF is getting all their money out of it.
Guys, we love you so much. Congratulations on this. I think it's such a huge year for you guys because of how you keep on just stepping into your light. We appreciate you, and well done.
Thank you,
my friends.
Thanks for having us.
My friends, it is going to be so exciting. 8 p.m. SABC2. It is the South African Film and Television Awards 2024, and you cannot afford to miss out. You heard it's going to be absolute magic. And one thing I also love is the fact that we get to do it together as South A, because we're all going to tune in. Yeva, thank you very much. Right about now, I do want us to head over to Cape TZ and check in on my friends and find out, friends, are you excited about the SAFTAs? I know I am.
Oh, I'm telling you, I'm so excited. Zanele, this year does feel different. You're absolutely right. And I can't wait to get into it. It comes this Saturday, like she said, 8 o'clock on SABC2. In fact, to get us into the mood, I think it's time to dance and get moving just so that we can boost our energy for the day, all right? Now, we've got a fun fitness demo lined up that is so easy to follow and also guaranteed to get your heart pumping. That's what we want. We want to raise it through the roof. Now, let's jump into some energizing moves with founder of Fit Active, Mersho Nkonyana, and end with a healthy, delicious way to refuel. And joining us also is member of Fit Active, Charlene Gomez, and we're going to get this together and make sure that we dance and feel good. Are you ready? I'm going to give you a high five because anytime I join ladies on the dance floor, I know it's going to be a good time, okay?
Absolutely.
Where do we start, Mersho?
Okay, we start with feet apart nicely.
Okay.
Round your
Get
arms.
the stance
We're
right.
going to go 2 to the right.
Hey,
and 2
already?
to the left.
Other way.
Yeah. Again, 5, 6, 7, go. 2 to the right side and 2 to the left. Then we pump, 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 stay.
Beyonce.
Pump, pump, stay.
Hey.
And again, up and up, change, up.
Why am I
and
really
up,
smiling?
And pump and stay. And third movement now, we go, drop it down. Take it up, up, drop down. Take up, then up for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yeah,
I like this.
Let's go one more time.
We can, yes.
Ready? 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Pump. 1, 2, and stay. 2 and 2 and stay. Drop it down, 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 and up, up, down, down, and up. Then up low, yeah.
Hey,
and yeah.
That's my favorite one.
And up.
I love this. Okay, so that's just the warm up, right?
Yes.
Woo! Catch your breath, Mzansi. You got this. Okay, I hope you're smiling and feeling good. Let's get into the next part, Misha.
Cool. So our next part is side to side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Drop it down. Take it up, down, and up. Then we pump. Single, single, stay. And a single, single, stay. Knees up. 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, and 2.
Why am I not keeping up with you? Okay, no.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Again,
Let's do it.
5, 6, 7, and single, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Drop it down. Take it up, down, and up. We pump. Single, single, stay, and a single, single, stay. Up, 2 here, and 2 here.
Hey. Are you keeping up, Shali? Okay, good. I'm just checking on you. I'm just checking.
Let's combine the 2.
Okay.
5, 6, 7, up, 2 here, 2, and 2 here. We pump, pump, and stay, and 2, and stay. Drop it down, 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 and up, down, down, and up. Bend up for 4, 3, 2. Arms side to side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Drop it down. Take it up, down, and we lean over, stay, over. Knee lefts for 2, up, for 2, and up. For 2.
Ooh, I like this because you're feeling good. You're getting the body moving.
Yeah.
But it's a workout. Okay, do you have some more for us?
Awesome. Okay. She wants more? Right.
I want more.
We're gonna swing forward. You go 1, 2, 3. Bring it in. 1, 2, 3. Bring it in. Walk it back. 6, 5, 6, 7. Go up and in. 2. Pull it back. We go back here, back there, back here. Back there. Hey! Don't knock the stand. Here we go. 5, 6, 7. Swing it forward. Up and say. 2 and say. Go back for 4, 3, 2, and 1.
I like that. Injury aside, I think we're good.
Let's combine all 3.
Okay.
You got time?
Masha, let's
Good
try.
job.
We've got time.
5, 6,
we have the skill.
7,
I don't know.
2 to the one side and up. 2 to the outside. And we pump and stay. Remember to breathe. And we pump it down. Take it up, down, and up. We duck for 4, 3. Arms side to side. Go side, 2, 3, 4, 5. Drop it down and down, down, up and up, down, down, up and reach over 2 and stay. Knees coming now. Go. 2 knees on the left and 2, and we swing and forward. Bring it in.
Okay.
Forward. Take it
And
back.
then back.
Hey. Forward last time. Go. Forward. Bring it in. Forward. Take it back. 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 And back.
Good job, ladies. That was fantastic. I thought I had more rhythm than that. I'm not going to lie. You really showed up, Misha. But I think you are so deserving of a delicious treat. Do you guys want some strawberry, some mixed fruit?
Ooh, I'll be a strawberry girl.
A strawberry girl.
Thank you.
Oh, I love this. We've got to replenish ourselves. You know, we've been talking about self-care and mental health throughout the day. So I think it's absolutely vital that we incorporate this into our self-care routine, all right? And especially with Clover. Listen, their 1 kilogram smooth yogurt makes it perfect for sharing or even enjoying after workouts like we're doing today. It's enriched with protein, also essential nutrients like calcium and zinc, also vitamins. It's the ideal post-workout snack to help your body recover and also stay refueled. And it tastes good, doesn't it?
It's right.
Please dig in, ladies. And remember to you, Mzansi, stay healthy, stay fit, and don't forget to fuel your body the absolute right and best way. Now, whether you prefer it with granola or even on its own, I would throw some blueberries on here. The smooth yogurt is the ultimate post-workout snack to help you recover and stay energized. Cheers. Sanela, do you want some of this?
I do. I'm trying to sit here smiling as if like I'm okay, but I'm not. I'm very hungry, and that's exactly what I want. But I will say this. You know what, Carissa? I used to think that the dancers at Expresso were me and Lucian. But, babe, I think you just took the crown. I think you might have just taken the crown because your moves, babe, amazing.
Sanele,
I love
thought I was struggling there. Oh, my gosh. I couldn't keep up with these ladies.
Oh, please, you literally were there. You were a backup dancer of note there in the... I love it. I'm a fan.
Thank you so much, Zan. I appreciate you. Next time we need to do a dance routine together, okay?
Yes, yes. Oh, my goodness. Are you saying I need a trip to Cape Town? What? Is that what I'm hearing? Hey?
To the powers that be. Zanele needs to come down to Cape Town again, please. I love it. Well, I'm going to continue enjoying my yogurt, ladies. Cheers. Here's to self-care. Cheers. And here's to caring about us. So, Zanele, how about you? What is still coming up on the show today?
Oh, man. Right about now, I do need to tell you this much, right? Yes, I am very jealous of the yogurt, ne? But it's fine. Do you know why? Because in Johannesburg, we've got Shabzi Medallion, who is about to perform a track that I already am such a huge fan of, and I cannot wait. And friend, I tell you this as well. You are going to be blown away. Do not go anywhere. Then we have got, listen to this, a paprika recipe. Haibo. I don't know how to cook with paprika. I'm going to be very honest, ne? But on the way, we're going to be finding out how you can do so in the best way right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Do not go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
This Saturday evening on Tropica Island of Treasure.
It's an elimination challenge.
To the left, to the left. Push back, push back.
I'm the best thing.
No,
Look,
you're not.
We're not intentionally doing it.
No, I know.
Was it a mistake?
The wind!
Come on!
This is hard. Yay. Dreams shattered.
Catch Tropica Island of Treasure Saturday evenings at 6:30 on S3. Repeat Mondays at 2 and Fridays at 6 p.m. on S3.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and we want you to do and feel just that, feel good and do good. Now we're back with our incredible Big Soleil #ChooseSoft panel to continue the intriguing discussion on self-care in a modern-day society filled with hustle and bustle, but where is the self-care? And that's why it's so important for us to jump back in. We've got Nontando, Yasmin, and Shai here, and they are all in different fields. Editor-in-chief one, a counselor the other, fitness expert the other. So this is really great to get multiple versions of insight as to what self-care is. So let's go into the encouragement around self-care. Nontando, I want to start with you. For these busy people that have just a lot of things going on and they are making top decisions and they're doing a lot of things all at once, like you do, as the editor-in-chief. However, you still remain glamorous, which is obviously part of your job as well. But I'd like to ask you just about encouraging people around you to take on self-care habits that work for you. What are some of those that you could inspire?
Yeah. I would say start by checking in with yourself in the morning when you wake up. Like take a moment to just check in. How are you feeling? Anticipate the day. What do you have planned? Because that adds a bit of excitement also in your life. Like have a feel-good playlist of music as a pick-me-up when you need it during the day. Just breathe also, because sometimes we forget to breathe and it adds so much into our bodies, also in our mental self. So just those small little things can go a long way.
That's fantastic and very inspiring, and I need people to hear this. Yasmin, just from a counselor perspective, self-care, it's something that people use quite often, but it can really positively impact your life. In what ways have positive self-care interventions helped people that have come to see you and people that you've been around?
I think it's just to piggyback of what you said and just to add to that, I think it's literally life-changing and it's not big things.
Yeah.
It's the small things that you do for yourself. We often think it's so grand, yes, we have to get to the gym, we have to do that. It's just getting up in the morning, think cortisol, just think cortisol. How do we bring cortisol down? That's it, just think cortisol, what can I do? And that will set the tone for the day. Set your tone for the day, and that will speak to the whole day, and set your evening, the tone for the evening, and that will set how you wake up in the morning. So there's two elements. I mean, there's so much you can say on this topic, but set your day and set your evening, and I think you're good to go, you know?
It's a condensed version, by the way, because I know for a fact we have so much more to unpack, but we need to give you the nuggets that you can take into your workday. Shai, from a fitness expert like yourself, there are days where someone is going to wake up and say, I can't. I can't do this. I need to just lay. I'm not strong enough today. I don't want to go work out. But knowing that physicality is so important for a great, well-rounded idea of self-care, how do you break through that? I think this is probably something that your clients feel a lot, and I need to.
I think it's not about the fact that you have to break through it. I think at that moment in time, if your body feels and your mind feels that you need to take that rest, it's very important to do so. Because yes, we do want to get to the gym. Yes, we do want to work out. But I feel like that one moment where you actually feel like you need to take that break or step back, I mean, you can always get back tomorrow and the next day, you need to listen to that part of your body.
Okay.
Because putting yourself under stress also, just to get, for example, to the gym every single day, it's going to be like it's more something like you need to do it, or it's a want because it's a routine. It's good to have a routine, but like they said as well, self-care for yourself, mentally, it's also going to be where the rest days is also important.
Okay.
Because that's the time that your body actually heals and becomes stronger, so that tomorrow you can actually go harder.
Yes.
Understand?
And I think it's important. Can I also just add that isn't it important to say that you not getting up for gym that morning is not a failure?
Yeah.
It's part of your spectrum of self-care, which is valuable.
Yes.
Because I know a lot of people feel that way. They
Yes.
don't wake up for gym because they wanted to rest that day. They listen and then they're like, oh, now I only went to gym 4 times this week, or I only went to... And I think that's so important mentally. And to reduce the cortisol response is to say, I've taken a break today, I've added something, I didn't take something away.
You just need to relax and just rest.
Rest is also productive.
Yeah, it's
Just, sorry, for those in the back, I need you to say this. Woo, here we go. This is why she's a counselor. Say that again.
Rest is also productive.
I want to give you a round of applause. I do. No, I do, because I think that's the thing. Our problem, and this is why we're talking about modern day self-care, our problem is that we think that it's productive to express our energy onto everything that we do. And I get it. It looks great on Instagram. But that rest and being quiet for that day and sitting with yourself, as we've mentioned earlier, that's productivity right there, which is so beautiful. And I think every one of you echoed in different fields very much the same message. You know, you're very, number one, intention about self-care and what you do. It doesn't matter, you could be an editor-in-chief, a counselor, a fitness expert, but everybody's very intentional on this couch about saying, this is my moment to meditate. This is my moment to just take stock. This is my moment to take a deep breath and say, I don't need to go to the gym today. I'm not feeling it, so this is how it goes. And those are all moments of productivity and serve your self-care, which is fantastic. Ladies, each one of you are just phenomenal. An inspiring woman, and I want to say thank you. You really are, all of you. No, thank you. Whether it be an editor-in-chief, and I know that's a lot of stress, but there's got to be a way to maintain self-care. You've shown that that's possible. From a counselor perspective, I mean, self-care is your entire job, but I can tell that you practice what you preach. And from a fitness perspective, the most powerful thing you said, because I know you can push people to the limit in what you do, but you've just said rest is also pushing yourself to a different type of place, and I think that's special. This is wonderful. Honestly, these ladies can come back anytime. 3 powerful women sharing with you, and I think the echo here is rest can also be productive. Oh, I love that. Now, how do you look after your physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being? Do let us know in the socials. Make sure you join us again next week for another insightful panel discussion. Till then, choose soft with Soleil Escape Jasmine and Eucalyptus 5-blade for a stress-free shaving experience that tickles all of your senses. Self-care.
All I'm saying is that the soft life chose me, all right? And in that sphere, we also want to cook and treat our bodies because they are our temples to the absolute best thing ever. Now, of course, earlier on, we saw marinated tomatoes along with some delicious feta. And right now, we're going to get into something even better. Can you imagine? Because it's got protein in it. And I'm going to tell you all about it. It's going to be a succulent dish that is just so perfect for summer days. So perhaps we go the tomato as a side and then this also as the main. It's a delicious paprika and lime trout kebab served with a fresh tzatziki sauce. I know, I'm also very much looking forward to this, but it's really simple to make. In fact, I'm even going to get Shiham in here with me to show her how simple it is to make this, because you're a fitness person, a fitness girly, a fitness trainer, a fitness instructor, and I feel like this would be a meal you would usually gravitate towards.
Yeah.
You think so? Some fish, right?
Protein.
Okay, so we already have one going here. I'm just going to turn that over. And I'm going to put you in charge of the tzatziki.
Okay.
Right? So we're going to go cucumbers that have been grated and drained with the excess water, double cream yogurt, some garlic, dill, salt, pepper for seasoning, and lemon. So you're going to mix that all together as I'm going to get into our marinade. Chuck it in. Any way you know how. Just throw it on in there. And then I'm going to create the dressing for our skewers or our kebabs, whichever word you call it. So we're basically going to go in with some garlic. We also have olive oil. Got some delicious salt and pepper, just a pinch. Salt, pepper. And then we're going to do the zest and juice of a lime. Do you often include things like limes and lemons in your food? I love this. I'm so here for this.
I do, yes.
Okay.
I like the basic ingredients in foods.
Yes.
I don't like to...
Like the whole ingredients as well, hey? Okay, I need something to zest this with. Okay, well, as long as you know that zest gets included, we're just going to go with the lime. It also brings out something delicious in the fish or even chicken.
I think with fish, the lemons and the limes is it's very nice.
It's perfect.
I've actually got that in my eating plans with the clients.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Does it have any health benefits as well, besides tasting delicious?
I don't know. Not sure.
Maybe some vitamin C
I'm more the
with the
fitness
citrus.
in the nutritional.
No,
I've got
hear
a
you.
dietitian for that.
Oh, I love this. You know what? You must know your strengths. I'm here for it.
I've got a dietitian sorting my clients out on that.
So this is the paprika. We're joining it in there too. Just throw all of our veggies in. So we've got some red onion, also some green pepper, and then some trout. We're going to mix that together, and that's basically just going to be the flavor bomb that's going to take this to the next level.
This is my favorite, eh?
How's your tzatziki looking?
It's looking beautiful.
Is it looking good?
I need to take a screenshot.
And a taste of that too. Listen, you must also soak your skewers in water 30 minutes before so they don't burn when you do put them on the braai or the griddle. And I'm going to continue layering up our beautiful skewers. They're succulent, they're delicious, and they're nutritiously good for you. So I'm going to do that as we go into a break, Feel Good fam. But I hope you have this recipe down. If not, it is available on expressoshow.com. I'll see you after the break as we get into some more goodness. Ooh.
is indeed, and 74 million rand in total estimated Powerball and Powerball Plus jackpots could be yours. And it's your ticket to big millions this Tuesday. Don't get left behind. Play Powerball for an estimated 15 million rand and Powerball Plus for an estimated 59 million rand today. So buy your tickets now in store on nationallottery.co.za, the mobile app, cell phone banking, or simply dial star 120 star 7529 hash for USSD. And if you missed any of that, it's all on our social media pages, so go check them out. And Panda Push Up Play Powerball and Powerball Plus for 74 million rand in total estimated jackpots today for your chance to win big. It's time for some magic with Shabzi.
It's true indeed, my honey. It is magic to end off the show. Rounding it up on a big point. Everybody, it's Shabzi Medallion with We On Fire!
Okay, Zani. Thank you. Shout out Expresso. Team got dreams, bruh. We on the road, yeah. And we got tips for the divas. They should drop it low. Whoa. More smokes, you take me higher. Oh no, we on fire. Oh no, we on fire. Oh no, listen, we on fire. Yeah, small team, big dreams. It's on me, what I'm gonna be. I'm getting bigger. Ballsy, or you that can, but you gon' see. I'm getting flyer, by the time we on fire. I wasn't lying, that's cause every day it's work mode, devil face, church flow. Team got dreams, bruh, we are on the road, yeah. And we got tips for the divas, they should drop it low. Whoa, more smokes, they take me higher, oh no. We on fire, oh no. We on fire, oh no. We on fire. We are not the same, I'm a lion. Me, I'm not a saint, I'm not trying, but I put you in the grave. That's for being brave. We are not the same, I'm a lion. Me, I'm not a saint, I'm not trying, but I put you in the grave. That's for being brave, boy. Me and the team got dreams, bruh. We are on the road, yeah. And we got tips for the divas. They should drop it low. Whoa, more smokes. They take me higher. Oh no, we on fire. Oh no, we on fire. Oh no, we on fire. The best of the best in the game now. The rest get a check and they phase out. I'm in it, the great cows, I'm paving the way now. The year of the breakout, I'm on fire. You cats can never match up, unless you got the line on the match, bruh. In this with the team, with the gang, bruh. But your G's with the bloody dream, can't catch up. Gallian.
Another feel-good production.
Experience the new face of Clover Olive Pride Oils. Your same trusted choice for premium olive oil. Same great formulation, fresh